Ooh, clearly didn't put any.
I didn't expect how bitter that was going to be.
It's just black coffee.
The beans.
You know, I didn't know what an Americano is until I moved to Japan.
And you find out it's watered down coffee.
Watered down coffee.
Yeah, because I only started caring about coffee after I moved to Japan, because before I moved to Japan, it was so easy to get reasonable coffee, right? And I was like, why is the Japan coffee like so watered down? And then it's because everything here is like Americano. It's just watered down espresso.
It's like Americano standard of coffee.
Yeah.
Is this the cold open?
Yeah, I guess so.
Welcome to this episode of Trash Taste.
Hey, you're not the host. Happy New Year, boys and girls. Welcome back to another episode of
hopefully
Trash
it's
Taste
Happy
Podcast.
New Year. It's Happy New Year for us,
Yeah.
but maybe for you, it is New Year's Eve. Right
if you're
now.
in America,
Yeah.
if you're in Japan or and around that area, then Happy New Year. Welcome to 2022. I'm Joey, and I'm with Garnt and Connor as always.
Yeah.
And it's the new year, new me.
Or you look like you were just like serving tables. I just realized. Like,
I'm here to serve you some content, ladies and gentlemen.
Joey's just finished his part-time job serving some tables.
Just quickly ran down, YouTube's been tough in 2021. Almost got my channel cancelled. So,
I got to ask, did you like cut your hair because you were just like, oh, it's a new year in the podcast? New year, new me?
No, that's totally coincidental, actually. I was like, oh, yeah, this episode is going to be New Year's, and I'll look completely different. No, I was just like, I wanted to get a haircut anyway because I am still at the point. I don't know if I actually went back to Australia, but I figured, if I'm going to see my parents for the first time in 2 years, maybe get rid of the Jesus hair.
Yeah.
Get a fresh cut.
Yeah, so last week, I believe we commented on the country, thankfully, opening back up. And that's going to be, like, very dated now because as we're filming this episode, the country's closed back down.
Yep.
So by the time this episode comes out, we don't know what the country's going to be. Maybe it's going to be open. Maybe it's going to be closed. I don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Omicron.
Let's just stop commenting on current events.
Yeah. That's probably good.
Let's just stop doing that.
That Mr. Beast Squid Game.
Like literally as of yesterday of us recording, Japan announced that they're going to shut down the country again, which is honestly, like, I give them props that they acted so goddamn quickly. Like this new prime minister he's not fucking around.
Let's pretend, if this was something else, right? Like this was like something that Japan wasn't eager to do. This would have taken months. They were like, we have an excuse to close the borders? Oh shit, close them.
Well, they didn't do that with the Olympics, did they?
Well, I mean,
I think that like when I saw online that the prime minister was like, I think it was like 2 days prior that like the new strain had been announced, right?
Yeah.
And everyone on Twitter was like, oh shit, it only took the government 2 days to act upon this. And I'm like,
oh no, they decided,
why is this like a rare event? Shouldn't that be normal?
They decided like the moment of, they just took them 2 days to approve it.
Yeah.
they knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
But anyway, current events bad.
Current events bad.
Sad. New year. It's over.
Year.
New year, new me.
It's 2022, guys.
Oh wait, did we? Okay, actually, did we say our like New Year's resolution? I think we did because Chris was on, right? We said what we wanted to do. Do you remember what you said?
Yeah, I mean,
I remember what I said.
Well, last year.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
First episode of last year.
Oh, last year.
It goes to show, right?
Yeah,
We're not
yeah.
very fucking good with our New Year's resolution.
Yeah.
But I remember what I said.
What did you say?
I remember sarcastically saying to Chris, I want to be on the Abroad in Japan channel.
And now you are.
Unfortunately, it's happened many times.
Yeah.
But it did.
Oh, you actually got through with your New Year's resolution.
You're the first
proud.
person I know who actually did their New Year's
Cheers to me,
resolution.
boys. Cheers to me. Cheers.
Cheers.
Celebrate my
Cheers.
success, gentlemen.
Very good.
Wait, what was
I don't think I brought
was
a
the
New
Rubik's
Year's.
Cube thing?
Mine?
Was yours the Rubik's Cube? Was that 2019?
I think I was 2019.
Oh, shit.
'Cause I've been able to do a Rubik's Cube for the past 2 years now, at least.
Yeah, every time like we have a
Shit.
Rubik's Cube in the office now, Joey just goes ahead and solves it. So
It's
he's
good.
been able to do it for a while.
Yeah, it's
I
good.
don't know. I do not remember you saying that as a New Year's resolution.
I don't
though.
think I gave a New Year's resolution because I haven't really been a guy to like choose your New Year's resolutions because for the past like 3 or 4 years I just haven't been able to do them. So
Yeah.
It must be like, I feel bad for the viewers who probably think that we have like dementia or something, that we can't remember anything what we've said. And that we're like, and we probably had this conversation last year where we were like, oh yeah, so we just don't like them. So we just decided, I remember I must have said something along the lines of, I just prefer like small goals that I just do.
Bro, I don't even remember what I say like a week ago. Like sometimes I have a conversation with my mum and she was just like, oh yeah, when you were talking about this, I can't believe you said that. And I'm just like, Mum, I do not remember saying those words at all.
I didn't even remember what I had for like dinner like 3 days ago, right? So it's like you can't expect me to remember after like 100+ hours of us talking on this show that you just like remember this one little detail. It's like no, it's not gonna happen.
No, because like I remember talking about current events. Joey's channel right now was
is in the dire straits.
Is in the dire straits, and of course he uploads to his second channel, and I see it's blown up, right? Because even my mum sends me a message, and she's like, "I just saw that Joey's channel is in trouble. Have you given him a phone call to make sure he's okay?" And I'm just like,
just breaking down, crying, like in my bed, just weeping into my pillow. No, I mean, like as of right now, it still hasn't been resolved, but luckily I have contacted YouTube, and I'm pretty confident it's going to get resolved. So that's why I'm not like too stressed about it. But it was very humbling when I made that video, and like so many people came to me and was like, I'll subscribe and all that. So thanks if you did.
Yeah. In some ways, I really like, if I like a situation that I know is going to be resolved, but I can still make a video complaining about it, because it's, it just, you
can monetize.
Yeah, you can monetize it.
But also, it's basically like a week off work, because I don't have to upload that 1 week. I'm like, fantastic.
Right, so I can't upload for 2 weeks. Right, because of the
oh god, guys, I just want to bring you this content. I really do. I just can't. Oh.
Well, it's like it is bittersweet, to be fair, because it's like it's cool that there's been like this explosion in subs on the second channel, but it's like I wish I didn't have to resort to this. I wish it like my main channel literally on life support wasn't the reason why I was getting all these subs.
But your second channel has basically been becoming your anime channel for the longest time. So what if you're just like migrating the anime man to just now it's just Joey? Which is exactly what you wanted all your career, right?
It could happen, but at the same time, it's like, I don't want to lose 9 years.
What if you pulled an epic prank, right? Yeah. Right? You just change the names and pictures of both channels.
Well, like, so Joey has 3.1 million subs.
So have you thought about it? Like, maybe, like...
I mean, it could work. Maybe for like an hour.
The old switcheroo?
The good old bait and switch.
It's like, guys, sub to my second channel. Wink, wink.
JK, this was the anime man.
This is the main channel all along.
And then like you like tell everyone like there's a good group. You tell everyone like on Joey to go and comment on the new Joey channel. The anime. Tell them, man, I really love this Joey content. Just spam all the comments so that nobody can see the old comments.
Well, now we can't do it.
Well, no. How about this can be the side? This is
so if I actually did do it, here you go, guys. It was a prank. You just got pranked, bro.
I really love the new Joey channel.
Nah, but I'm hoping like next couple of days it will get resolved.
Yeah, so you can't upload for 2 weeks.
I can't upload for 2 weeks, no.
Right.
But which sucks because it's like I have to like because there's especially when you're dealing with sponsors, I have to tell them like, oh sorry, YouTube did a big fucky wucky and now I can't upload. So it's very annoying having to explain that to companies who clearly don't understand. Like, just upload. So your channel's still there. Just upload. It's like no, that's not how it works.
It's just a life of a YouTuber where you just wake up one day maybe and you just find out that maybe your career is in danger and you're like, oh. Okay, I guess all of this is like now out of my hands.
It was so shit as well because I got the strike literally the night I came back from Hokkaido. Right. As well. So it was like after like a 5-day trip with Chris. And I'm like, all right, I got to just relax now, just get on my computer, maybe watch some. Oh, and my channel's about to die. All right, cool. Amazing. Thanks, YouTube.
I remember I was extremely drunk when all of my channel got copyright claimed. I remember that.
Okay.
And I was like, I didn't know how to process it because I was drunk, obviously. So I was like, because I just had a night out. I think I was with Garnt. We must have had a night out. Yeah. And I think I was like, just very like.
Was that the night that you accidentally deleted one of your videos?
No, that's another night.
No, that was a different night. Yeah.
That, and to be fair, so of me would have done that as well. I would have made that mistake. I do remember. God, I must sound terrible.
Have we told that story yet?
We have told that story.
Okay,
I got really drunk and because we had that was like 4 a.m. We were like at our friend's house. But no, I remember I was on a trip with Garnt and we just had like the one night out and I was like, yeah, it was a really good night. And then it was like 4 a.m. and I was about to go to bed. And then my email was like, could hear like O Fortuna just playing in my head. Like YouTube. Copyright claim has been filed. I was like, oh. Like what do you even do? Because like you sober up mentally, but you're not sober up.
Yeah.
You know, you're like, oh, I'm gonna sleep.
Yeah, your brain's on 100% like overdrive.
Yeah,
it's just you can't do.
Because the problem is you want to sort it out there and then, right?
Yeah.
You just want to like get in contact with someone. Just know that you're in the process of it being sorted out. But a lot of the times you just got to wait and you just got to make noise and you just got to like hope that someone can sort this out for you.
Yeah.
Have I ever told this story about what happened with all that?
The what? The
copyright
copyright
claim?
claim? I think. Oh, I mean, you
Not on
told
Trash
me
Taste, I don't
No, not
think.
on Trash Taste. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah, like twice now, all of my channel has been claimed. For the
Right.
same reason twice.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. So I was using this outro song that I think I heard. Where did I get it? I think I've heard it on Sky Williams' channel, which is like that's a fucking
That's a throwback.
yeah, that's a throwback. He used it as his outro.
Yeah.
And I thought I like that, and also I was like I had like 100 subs, so I thought it's okay if I just like take the same outro, right?
Of course.
Because no one's gonna see it, and then obviously like people saw it.
I might get some
Yeah.
Sky
and
Williams
then
fans.
people loved it because it was a banger. Such a banger, in fact, that I had to buy a license.
Right.
And I didn't know there was an original song. I just thought of it was just this one song.
Yeah.
Right. So you had the remix version.
So I had the remix version,
Right.
and I didn't know that it was a remix, right? So I went to the artist who made it, and the song had a lot of views. It was called like "Do It for Love" or something.
Right.
And I had this, and I used this on every single video.
Oh yeah, it's your outro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, this come to bite me in the ass. I didn't just play it when the video ended. It was like it would like fade into the video.
Yeah.
Right,
So
right,
this will come back to bite me later.
Yeah.
So I got in like 2000, maybe 17 or 16. I want to say 80% of my channel copyright claimed.
Yeah.
And this is on the old system as well, where it wouldn't tell you which. I think it didn't tell you which time it was copyright claimed. It would just say you've been copyright claimed. This is the thing.
Yeah.
And it was by a company that was on behalf of the artist who I purchased the license from for $50.
Right.
I bought this license.
Right.
Back then I thought, holy shit, this is so much money. Oh my God, this is how much licenses cost.
It's like a whole month on YouTube for me.
I was on well, basically at that
Yeah,
time, it
at
was
that
like a
time.
lot of money, you know? And this is back when I was terrified of everything. And I remember I bought licenses to fonts and shit. And I'm pretty sure I'm the only person on earth who paid for a license for a font.
Have you paid for WinRAR?
No.
Okay.
I kind of want to though, just to tell the guy I appreciate it.
You have to be,
I wanna-
think you
I
have
wanna-
to be above the age of 70 to do
I
that.
want to meet a single person who has paid for WinRAR.
I'm gonna do it on live stream. I'm gonna do it live. I'm
Just
gonna
to
pay
see
for
what
it.
I
happens.
just want to see what happens.
I'm just gonna be-
what
Your
happens?
computer just explodes. It's
My
like,
my 3090 just broke.
that's not, we weren't designed for this.
The stream just ends. That's it. I buy WinRAR. That's the stream.
It's like a test. You win life at that point. You know,
This is like, congratulations.
Yeah, like,
the
you know, like-
simulation shuts down, and you
this
just
is-
see like the entire world just like disintegrates around
Truman
you.
Show, it ends.
You just wake up like,
You know the Bible story from like 100 episodes ago.
Yeah.
It's just that. It's like there are people who pay for WinRAR and there are people who don't.
God comes down
It's
and
like
just
the flying society thing. Like society, if everyone paid for WinRAR. Okay. So I paid for this license and whatnot, right? And
right.
I angrily emailed the guy. Bear in mind, I was like 19, so I was like trying to conduct myself as a businessman, but I didn't know what the fuck I was doing.
Yeah.
So I angrily emailed him from my Hotmail account, and I instructed him that I'd purchased this license. Please tell this person to stop. And so this whole thing where the guy wrote me an email being like, hey, you have my word that you bought the license, and I had like PayPal receipts. So then I had to email this company that was claiming on behalf, which I think was DistroKid. So he had put this song in a copyright claiming thing.
all right.
So it went around. So I had a bit of difficulty. It took a while, but I eventually got DistroKid to like stop claiming my stuff, and they stopped claiming it all, and it was good. I can't remember how I did it. It was like this long whole process. It was awful. And then all good. I kept using the outro after that. This is where I should have learned my lesson and changed the outro. But I thought I'd won the battle. I'd won it. I'd done it.
Also, the song is a banger.
Also, the song kind of slaps, right? I'd thought, okay, I'd proven to some entity that this is legit, and I have the artist who, says that it's all good. And I thought, okay, this is it. I'm good to use this now. Like I paid for it. I got like proof, and we're all Gucci.
Yeah.
And so I carry on using it. And then maybe a year later, I want to say, I don't know how long exactly. There was a timeline. I get claimed again. This time, like 2/3 of my channel, I want to say. And this is right before they added the option to mute.
Right.
So, like now, if you get copyright claimed, because sometimes there's still bullshit claims. They'll claim like 1 second, and then they'll say we own the entire video. So just mute it for 1 second.
Yeah.
Like, fuck off.
You can mute it
Yeah.
or delete the segment, which is one of the more positive changes
Thank
YouTube
God,
has made. You know,
Definitely.
And unfortunately, this situation happened, I want to say like 1 month before they introduced that tool.
yeah,
So I got all of my thing claimed, and I was kind of like, what the fuck do I do? Because 2/3 of my revenue just like got Thanos'd away.
Yeah.
And this happened to my channel for about, I want to say 2 months straight.
All right.
So for 2 months straight, my earnings were like this.
Yeah.
and I lost so much money that I never got back. So it's very, very, I'm still to this day quite annoyed about that. And I went on this whole thing of like, all right, what the fuck is going on? So it was like Warner Brothers or something had claimed it on behalf of some artist that I'd never heard of. I go and I find out that this was a remix, and I'm like, oh shit, I didn't know. And apparently this was like a big artist, and I'm an idiot because I didn't know who this person was. And I never
probably
heard
why
of
it
the
was a
song.
banger.
Yeah.
Right.
Why it was a banger. And so I was like, okay, so this is weird. So I thought that he sold me this license and it was good. So I very confidently counter every single claim, thinking, no, I've got the license. It's all good. And they get denied. And then I appeal them as well, which is like, if you lose all these appeals, your channel gets deleted.
Yeah.
So I appealed a bunch of them. And for some reason, I just got denied the appeal, but nothing happened.
Right.
So I just couldn't appeal again. It was weird. And so now I was starting to be like, what the fuck? Like, what's going on? Like, I counted all these claims and stuff, and nothing happened, and I don't really know what to do now. So I remember I got in touch with the guy who I bought the license from, who was the artist who made this song.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, what the fuck? What's going on, man? You sold me a license. Is it good or is it not? And he's like, well, I have the license to make the remix, but I don't think. And then he was like, I'm not sure what I can and can't. And I'm like,
Oh, wow.
I'm like, what? And then I asked a YouTube man who is a lawyer man who gave me advice that was not legal advice. Every single sentence ended with, this is not legal advice.
Yeah.
He basically informed me that, this license was like no good.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
nothing.
Bogus.
Whether the artist knew that or not, I don't know. He might genuinely not have known. So he basically,
Well, if he's like an indie like artist as well, it's probably
basically,
good.
I assumed that he didn't fully know.
Just doing shit on
or something.
DistroKid, I don't think he
I
knew.
don't know. Like it was a weird thing, and I was like, and so I asked the guy. I had like really angry DMs with him back and forth. And I'm like, so can I use this? Did you fuck me over?
Yeah.
Like, you know how much this fucks me? Like, what am I supposed to do? And so in the end, it turned out, like I was in the wrong.
Yeah.
Because I'd been sold this bogus license that was like not real.
Yeah.
And so then I was like, well, fuck, what do I do now? Like I've just lost like 3 or 4, I think it was 3 years of like YouTube work. It's just gone.
Yeah.
Like just can't use any of it.
So scary, right?
Yeah.
And so I made this video like ranting, being like, fuck, like what do I do? That's just so fucked. I've been wronged, etc., etc. And and I asked YouTube for help at the time. They just didn't help me, and I was like, well, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah.
And then, funny enough, I had a YouTube partner manager before all of this went down, who was really good, surprisingly, because normally they don't talk to you.
Right.
And then that person left the company, and then I got someone new, and they introduced themselves through an email, and they never heard from them again. As you know, that's how it always is.
That's how
you know?
it is, yeah.
And so I went on like a mini rant in this video being like, yeah, YouTube's useless. They don't do anything. I have this YouTube person. They never talk to me. They don't help me at all. After that video goes live, I got an email from a YouTube person who was like, hey,
Of course.
hey, I'm that person that you were like, was saying that was
Shit talking.
useless. Yeah. And they were like, yeah, I'd actually like to help your situation out. And I was like, oh, okay. Great. Awesome. Yeah. So they basically said, hey, so what we can do is we can go through every single video, and if you send me the file again without the music in it, we can replace the video and take off
like
the
on the
thing.
back end.
Yeah. So I had to go through 200 videos and re-render them, or just cut out the music, because some of the files I didn't have the original files anymore.
Yeah.
Like the Adobe file or whatever, like it was gone.
Yeah.
Luckily, a lot of the more recent ones, the ones I liked and was more proud of, like at that time.
You had the original file.
Yeah, I had the original file.
Yeah.
So we had like 200 videos on Google Drive, linked in like an Excel spreadsheet, and then we had to one by one like swap them. But this process wasn't like perfect either, because videos got uploaded to the wrong video.
Oh, right.
So like
So you'd click on a certain thumbnail and title, and it took you to a different video, right?
It was like that was the original video,
Yeah.
and then they replaced it with another video that got put there.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I did there was I remember it was Attack on Titan impressions and Yuri on Ice impressions.
Yeah.
They both got swapped. So when people went to Yuri on Ice impressions, it was just me doing Attack on Titan things, and then when it was the other one.
Yeah.
It was the other video, and
Yeah.
I sat there with YouTube for like an hour trying to explain to them what was happening because the subtitles also got swapped. So they were looking at the video only in the subtitles, like the raw subtitle data.
Yeah.
And they were like, no, it's the right one. You're talking about Yuri on Ice in the subtitles or something. And I was like, no. The video is wrong.
Yeah.
And I was like panicking, and I was like, so I was getting tons of comments being like, what the fuck is going on? And I'm like, fix this.
Did you not just like swap the titles around?
It was just weird because the entire video.
Did you see what Joey's going to do with his channel?
Yeah. It was
To do the whole switcheroo.
I thought about that, but
man.
I'm like, I wonder what the side effects are of this. Like, so eventually we got it all sorted.
Yeah, you just go on the channel and like, why is this Attack on Titan video got Yuri and Ice comments?
Yeah.
Like, what's going on there?
Yeah, exactly. So all the comments were like that
I remember
too.
Yuri and Attack on Titan.
Right. So it was all weird. And then, so yeah, like again, like 2 months later, it finally all got done.
Yeah.
And we did it. Some of the videos, like I said, they couldn't be salvaged. And the reason why it came to bite me back later was because some outros in my videos now are just mute.
Yeah.
They're just, you can't hear anything.
Also, because like I had the exact same thing, but after YouTube introduced the whole muting thing.
Yeah.
So I had my old intro. So my current intro now is made by my friend from uni.
Yeah.
Who used to be like a music producer, and it's like not even out on like any website or anything.
Yeah.
So I know it's like good. It's like all, copyright free, because I had the exact same thing where like I saw, like I went onto like SoundCloud and I found like this really like banger song.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh cool, I'll use it as an outro because it's like kind of wacky, goofy, like all the gaming YouTubers are using it at the time. And then of course, that artist got really popular on SoundCloud.
Oh, no.
Because every YouTuber was using it.
Got a major record label because of it, and then the record label copyright claimed all of my shit.
Oh shit.
And same thing. I like DM'd the artist. I was like, yeah, so what's happening? You said I could use it. And she's like, yeah, but I'm like a big shot now. I'm like, I got a major record label, and unfortunately I can't do anything for you. But luckily, this was during the time where again YouTube introduced the muting thing.
So that's kind of shitty of them to not. Did you ask them for permission initially?
Yeah. So I asked so I
shitty.
DM'd the artist initially when she was just on SoundCloud, and she was like, "Yeah, please go for it. Like, I'd love that. Like, just obviously
that's kinda fucked up.
just link it in the description. You'll be all good." I was like, "Oh, sweet,
Yeah.
that's very nice of her." And then yeah, she was like, "Well, sorry, that's not my decision. That's my label's decision. So sorry." So then
That's
I had
so
to,
shitty.
so like if you go back to like videos from like 2017, where I use that outro, they're all mute at the end.
Yeah,
Wow.
I've got a lot of videos where it's just me talking at the end. And I still
Yeah.
get comments to say being like, why does it like just go silent for like 30 seconds? I'm like, yeah, man.
Yeah, I mean, I've had to use that feature for like some of my videos, but like I don't mute it. I just like cut out like the
Yeah, now
cut
you
out-
can replace the music.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
replace the music because I believe we had to do that for Trash Taste or something, right? Because that got copyright claimed or something.
Oh, for
one
After
of the
Dark,
specials or something. Oh yeah, and After Dark as well. For some
Yeah.
reason, our intro for Trash Taste got copyright claimed on After Dark
On Twitch, yeah.
On
It's like
Twitch.
a royalty-free song.
Yeah.
that you-
It's a royalty-free song, but Twitch is like, no.
Well,
So
the copyright systems, unfortunately, are really easy to abuse. Like you can stick
Yeah.
any old fucking piece of music and start claiming shit.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
only until somebody like stops you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know.
It was really, like the weirdest copyright claimed I've gotten is like for like anime music that I've put into my videos. Now, like before, like anime OSTs were just like free game because Japan, the anime industry didn't really give a shit. And now they're slowly coming to realize, wait a minute, YouTubers use our music. How can this be? So like now anime OSTs are starting to be claimed as well.
Yeah.
But I didn't get claimed by one of the anime companies. So I, in one of my videos, I had You Say Run on it. And I got claimed, and You Say Run got claimed, but it didn't get claimed. It got claimed by a cover of You Say Run.
What?
So a YouTuber who I believe is signed with a record label made a video where they made a cover of You Say Run. And that got like the original You Say Run that I used in my video got claimed by a cover of You Say Run.
Right.
And
what?
yeah, that's I like where do I even begin with that? You know, like that's
I I mean, yeah, like super early in my YouTube channel, I used to do like covers of anime songs, like on guitar and piano and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Reason of why I don't do that anymore is because the few times I ever got a copyright strike, not a claim, a strike, was from a cover I did. I did a cover of fucking Paranoid Android by Radiohead because it was the ending to Ergo Proxy.
Right.
And at the time, it was like I really liked it.
Yeah.
And I got a fucking strike on it. And I was like, not sure if that can also be a humble brag, because that's like saying like, you were so good at covering
YouTube
it.
literally
That
thought it was the real thing.
It was the original song.
Yeah.
I was like, thanks YouTube. But also, what the fuck?
I've had my voice claimed a few times, actually.
Really?
Yeah, my own videos. People trying to claim my, like, they're like, well, I'm just talking. There's nothing.
Is that Dog VA?
Yeah.
I've seen a TikTok of that.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. It's really bizarre. Like, it's like, I don't know.
I've never heard of that.
I remember like an original, there's one dude on YouTube one time, he uploaded this original song and then got claimed by someone.
Yeah.
Someone claimed his original song.
Right.
That he uploaded to his own channel.
How?
Well, because anyone could put anything content ID.
That's true.
Like these companies are given like, free reign.
Yeah, remember there was like, I forgot when it was. It was like maybe 2018. There was like that copyright Armageddon that was happening where all these like fake companies were like going around just like striking.
I mean, it's still happening because like
it's not as bad as it used to be though.
It's not. It definitely isn't. And I'm glad like one of the positive things YouTube has done is given creators tools to, like, for example, cut or mute the segment that has been copyright claimed out, which we just didn't have before. So if we got copyright claimed before for like a second of music, then there was just like nothing we could do. It was just like a dead video.
Yeah.
Man, you know which companies suck?
What?
There's fucking like Viral Hog and all those dudes. The ones that like buy viral videos.
Oh.
And just go around claiming them, and like Armageddon. They're fucking awful.
Like 9gag and stuff like that?
No. So they're like these, when you see those watermarks on Facebook. Do you remember that video of that dude punching the kangaroo?
Lad Bible?
Kind of like that, but a bit different. Because Lad Bible, they don't normally go around copyright claiming.
Yeah.
Like that video, right? The person who had that video sold it to this company,
right?
And then what they do is everyone who's then talking about it or showing it, they'll just go around copyright claiming everything.
Jesus.
And any of these news networks,
that's scummy.
Yeah. Well, it's the business model. Like they buy these videos for like very cheap. Even like, have you never had offers from people who want to buy your videos? It's really weird. Yeah,
I've had that.
They'll go around just buying them and then just claim everything, and it's just it's really shit. And because people react to stuff on stream as well,
Yeah, that's true.
And also, the worst thing is about that. Luckily, 99% of you will never have to experience is that these copyright claims, right? Sometimes they're like really fucking generous with the timing on the video. Like, so they have to say what time in the video they copyright claim.
Yeah.
And sometimes they'll add on like 5 or 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
end.
I've
And I'm like,
that
you
as well.
piece of shit. Now I've got to like this. There was like a clear edit and everything. I've got to now edit out or mute shit because you don't get to contest the time.
No.
So whatever the time is, that's like if you want to mute the copyrighted content, you don't get to say where it is. It's like whatever they submitted is it. So one time on one video, I remember I reacted to like a clip or something on a live stream or something on Conodog, and they claimed it, and I was like, that's fair enough. But then they claimed like 40 seconds extra of nothing to do with said clip.
Wow.
And I was like, wow, dude, like really, like a 4-second.
They
clip.
own your reaction as well. Apparently.
No, fuck my. I mean, videos like that where I react shit, I don't give a fuck. But like, it's like, bro, what are you doing? Don't claim shit that isn't the video. Like, come on, you're just lazy. You
but
just
that's the problem, right? It's like I feel like YouTube has done a really good job of like trying to make the playing field as fair as possible, right? Like only recently they added that whole thing of like how during an appealing process, the money that the video accumulates goes into what's called escrow, which is like kind of
which you should have done anyway.
Yeah, which
they
is kind of like
anyway.
It doesn't go to the person who is the supposed copyright holder or the video owner. It kind of like is floating in the cloud until it's resolved. Kind of thing.
It's like,
which is great. It's
like
fantastic.
being put in a pool, and no one can get that until the copyright situation is resolved.
Yeah, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
But like at the same time, even today, I feel the advantage is still in the claimant. Clearly YouTube is like, obviously if you're going to go out of your way to claim something copyright wise, then you must have a good reason for it. But a lot of companies don't.
Thank you to Ayylien Clothing for sponsoring this video today.
Ayylien is an indie streetwear clothing company started in early 2017 by YouTube creator Elvis the Alien, who also happens to be my personal friend. With the support and love from the YouTube community, it has grown beyond his wildest dreams. Elvis created Ayylien for people like him who love games, anime, movies, and anything science fiction.
Just like you, Joey.
I love all of those things. Impress your grandma by wearing a monster, android, or alien. Stay spaced out and never compromise your sense of self. Ayylien helps people who wish to embrace the bold and strange through clothing expression.
Ayllien's designs are very carefully created by some of the best artists from around the world. The items are printed, shipped, and handled with care from their team in Canada. Get what you can before they're sold out. Most items are never restocked, but fear not, Ayylien is constantly coming out with new creative designs. And Ayylien uses only the best quality fabrics available on the market while still trying their best to keep every item affordable. Ayylien items are sold by popular skate shop Zoomies in Canada and hope to expand more in future. So if you want to save 20% off using the code TRASHTASTE, any orders over $100 get free shipping.
Damn.
In case you missed that, it's AYYLIENclothing.com.
So smash that link in the description to get your own Ayylien products today.
Thank you, Ayylien Clothing, for sponsoring this episode. Back to the video. But speaking of like other changes that YouTube has made.
Oh yeah, now the dust has settled on the dislike thing.
Yeah, so like, has dislikes been removed? I'm very confused because I can still see them on my channel.
It's a slow
on
process.
your channel, yeah.
Not
on anyone else's.
Yeah, on anyone else's channel though, it should be completely gone.
No, I can still see it on videos. I think. Let me check. Let me check right now.
I know that.
Opium, bro.
Yeah,
oh no, it's gone!
Yeah.
No, literally, I was literally.
It's been like that for days.
No. I literally looked at fucking videos yesterday, and I was just like, when is the dislike channel go? When is the dislikes going?
It was like, it's getting like slowly implemented, I think. So not all channel owners can see it, but like at least with your own content, you can still see your dislikes, which goes completely against the argument that YouTube made as to why they wanted to get rid of the dislikes. Because I remember I made a video on a second channel, and one of the YouTube's reasonings for getting rid of the dislike button was that like, oh, it you know, if you see dislikes on your videos, it discourages smaller creators, you know, like perhaps, you know, they're getting dislike bombed, perhaps they're getting bullied, and no one likes to see a bunch of dislikes. Yet you can still see dislikes on your own videos. So what the fuck?
You know, I'm just glad they're standing up for the small creators, all 2 of them or something that exists on the entire platform of YouTube that have ever complained about this. Because like, I was talking to this with a bunch of other YouTubers, and I asked them, do you know a single creator in your field that has ever complained about dislikes bombs? Like whatever size. Yeah. And not a single person I know has ever been like a target of dislike bombs to the point where it actually actively ruins their channel. Yeah. You know,
have you ever received a lot of dislikes?
Yeah.
I mean, because I feel me and Garnt make more opinionated videos than you, right? So, you know, obviously there are some opinions I've said in the past that people weren't very happy with.
I've never really had a lot of dislikes on one video. I've had some videos that didn't do as well.
Well, what do you classify as a lot of dislikes?
More than...
Like 10%?
Yeah, 10% is quite a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I've had a few videos, but not that much.
I don't have that much. Most of it is like the more controversial opinion videos.
Yeah.
But in general,
or people who didn't like watch the video up until the end.
10%,
I think the only one was the
Christian one. Right? Yeah.
Understandable, but
everyone's cup of tea.
Yeah, but no, I've had a few where it's like you know, when I look back on those videos or like how I presented them, I can see why they got dislike bombed, and I don't really blame them for it. Yeah. I guess like I remember like I think one that really blew up recently that got quite a few dislikes. I think it is like 9-1. Is it's an old Let's Fight episode where the title of it is Berserk is not a masterpiece. I think.
Just like
and it's like right now I think it's at like 10 or 15% dislike, and it only blew up after Mira Sensei's passing, right? Because obviously people were searching up Berserk and all that, and obviously if you watch the video, I argue against that.
You'd know that Joey is like the biggest Berserk simp.
Like,
ever.
That was the title. I used that because that was one of the opinions I got, and I fought against it. But clearly, people, you know, don't watch it all the way through or up to that point, so they just see the title and they think, oh, this guy hates Berserk. Dislike.
In some ways, I personally like the dislike button, but in other ways, I think it doesn't really do anything and it doesn't serve. The only
Have you ever actively disliked the video?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, but here's the problem, right?
For what reason?
But this is the problem, right? Yeah. There's no agreed upon consensus on when you dislike. Right. It's you could dislike because you disagree with the opinion. Yeah. You could dislike because you didn't enjoy the video as much as another one. You could dislike because you just don't like the person. Yeah. And I feel like it's the dislike, although is sometimes helpful on a tutorial. Yes, it's very black and white. Is the tutorial not good? Dislike. Yeah. Right. But when it comes to like your videos, I feel like the dislike bar doesn't serve the same purpose as it does on a tutorial where information is actually important.
I think it serves a purpose when you know, like, you really fucked up, you know?
There.
Or you've like purposely made like a very controversial opinion.
Yeah, and
right?
the more I think about it, the more I think, in some ways the dislike and like bar is fucking useless. Like, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't, with 99% of videos, I think it is completely useless. And only with tutorials and knowing when you fucked up. That's literally the only two reasons.
Well, I mean, there is also some catharsis to being able to dislike a video and just like, sometimes you see a video and it's so outrageous and you want to know that you're not the only fucking person who thinks that this video is this is a shitty video or something.
Right.
And you go to the dislike bar and you're like, thank God I'm not the only one. You know, there is some catharsis. It's like going onto a video and seeing comments are disabled. And I'm just like, fuck you. Fuck you.
Yeah, but that's way
no balls.
Like the like and dislike bar is like nothing. It's the comments that matter, I think. And when the comments are disabled, I get way more annoyed.
Right. Like to me, it's like I don't mind if you disagree with an opinion I make on a video, but I would much rather you leave a comment explaining why you dislike it or why you are against whatever I said in that video, rather than just like leaving a dislike. Because again, as you said, a dislike can mean a million different things.
Because you know, sometimes people will be like, "This video wasn't as good as another one." Does that mean that person disliked it? And is that like fair? Because if I didn't like a video that someone made, or I liked another one more, I wouldn't personally dislike.
No,
but that's how I do it, right?
Yeah.
So, to me, trying to like extrapolate any information from this random just metric that doesn't mean shit. Like, it doesn't help me. Like, when I see a video that has 99.9% likes, I'm like, okay. Now I see a video with 99.8% likes. I'm like, what's the difference here? Did it get just more likes than previously, or like less dislikes? I don't really understand.
I mean, like, I think it is useful, not in like the small percentages, but in like the large percentages, right? Because most videos on YouTube should have like an above 90% like ratio, like to dislike.
Well,
ratio.
I think it's actually 99 is like is like normally good. 95 is where you're getting to like, all right, you maybe have said something like a little bad. If it's 10%, if you have 9-to-1 ratio, you've probably fucked up.
Oh no, you haven't fucked up. You've just pissed off. My experience is you've probably pissed off a certain
group,
a certain community or a certain group, you know. And then you get to like the 50%, and that's when you know that something big has like.
Well, because your core audience will always like. That's, I mean, that's really.
But that doesn't necessarily like, for example, like, you know, a channel I like to watch a lot is Needle Drop, who does like a lot of music reviews, right?
Yeah.
He's had a couple of recent, before the dislikes disappeared, he's had a couple of videos that were like, you know, 40% likes.
Yeah.
But it was still like a good video. It was just the thing, his opinion about it obviously didn't, you know, coincide with the general public about it.
Right. So, but like, what does that, as a viewer, what do I then gather from that video? Like,
I'm like, is this a bad video?
Yeah. Does he say something that's flat out wrong? Does he say something that a lot of people just don't agree with? Like, it doesn't really tell you anything in that situation.
It's a mixture of all those, right?
Yeah.
And that's why you have to go down into the comments after that to be like, okay, what is the reasoning behind this massive dislike?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, but like, I feel like YouTube removing this way for viewers to express themselves or like the distaste of a video, they're going to find other ways to express their distaste towards a video. Well, yeah. Like, I'm sure like ratioing is just it's going to now be a fucking thing in the YouTube sphere now.
As if it wasn't already fucking annoying on Twitter.
I can't wait till like comments to like ratio YouTube videos now, because that's what's going to happen. You know, it's
viewers always find audiences always find a way to show their dislike.
Yeah, it's either the YouTube comments are going to get more toxic, or other social media platforms that particular YouTuber is known to be on is going to get more toxic.
Because like the biggest thing that annoys me is, you know, the tutorials and stuff, because that, you know, you are very much removing an easy way to discern whether a tutorial is right or whether a certain video is right. Because let's say you upload a shitty tutorial or you upload a scam, right? You disable comments, but likes and dislikes are still available, are still up in the open. So you're kind of just like, you're just kind of like taking a risk on whether you should listen to them, right? Because you don't know how many people disable.
But also, likes are very easy to manipulate as well. Like, that's another thing.
Well, but like I would argue
at a smaller level.
Yeah, but I would argue that now that you can't even see the dislikes anymore, there's not even point of like disabling likes and dislikes anymore, right? Because it's just in a constant disabled state, right? Because it's like you can only say for example, there was a scam video.
Yeah.
If they disable the comments, now what's the only thing you can see is the likes. It's like,
I mean,
you can't do anything about that.
Because like I think YouTube were trying to go with something similar to what Instagram did with their likes, about making like likes not public except for the poster. And like for Instagram, I get it for that. You know, for that platform, I think it made sense because
They reverted it. They reverted it.
did they?
Yeah.
Wait,
When?
I can see all the likes. Yeah, they reverted it.
Yeah, they reverted it.
Yeah, they reverted it.
Since how long?
Like a long time now. Like a
Holy
year.
shit. Okay.
Oh, you
Well,
still under the impression that was... not-
yeah.
Well, we can see how often Garnt goes onto his
Well,
Instagram.
it's no big secret that I don't go on Instagram, so I guess my point is now mute. Well, fuck. I'm glad you guys stopped me before I was going to start spewing a lot of
They're
bullshit.
still aren't showing.
No, they show up for me.
They show up for me.
Yeah.
It's here, the numbers.
Yeah, they show up for me.
They're not showing.
I think they might be slowly rolling it back out, or you have to like
There must be
maybe
data
opt into it or
just-
something. I don't know, but
Yeah, see?
Okay,
You
yeah.
can
There
see
must
it
be
now.
data that on their end, right, that like says, hey, you know, when people see likes, it's good for us.
yeah.
And I don't know what that is. I can only
Probably,
speculate.
It's just-
probably if people can see like, it just keeps them on the platform because viewers want to feel like they're having some like they can contribute in some way, shape, or form.
Well,
They want to see a metric, and they want to see that metric go up.
Yeah.
with the YouTube one, the main speculation was that brands weren't happy with the dislike bar.
Yeah.
Now in some ways, I feel like that's too easy of an explanation.
Yeah.
I feel like YouTube in the past hasn't. I don't think they've been that catering of brands. I don't know if I could be wrong here. I feel like they must have some data that backs up that removing dislikes will lead to better viewers or something.
Yeah,
They
I
must,
mean,
because there's no way that YouTube,
So
YouTube team seems too selfish to do something for brands. It seems like I feel it just happens to be.
no. So the YouTube creators channel on YouTube made a video. It was like a 3-minute video that was like very concise, saying why they're removing it.
Yeah.
Was it the dude who's like is it the one that the guy's like sitting there? Being
Yeah,
like,
the
Yeah,
guy's
yeah,
just like
yeah.
sitting there being like,
Yeah.
"This is the reason why we're gonna do it nice and quick." You know, I give him props for that. At least it wasn't like a fucking 30-minute explanation video.
Yeah.
But like they
It's
gave a
not
number.
fucking
Of,
like Nikocado avocado.
yeah, exactly. It was nice and concise,
Yeah.
which is nice. But yeah, one of the reasons they gave was like, "Oh yeah, we saw a metric that we tested upon millions of users." Don't know how true that is. That apparently the amount of dislikes does not change the watch time of that video.
I believe that.
No, I believe that as
Yeah,
well.
and I'm like, yeah, I mean, of course.
I'd argue
That's not
I'd
a
argue the
reason,
watch
though,
time
to
might-
get rid
might
of it.
increase with dislikes.
Yeah, exactly. Because I argued being like, well, yeah, what if you're watching like an apology video that's like 40 minutes long, right? I'm sure there's a shitload of dislikes on it, but people want to see it until the
Yeah,
end.
I mean,
yeah.
YouTube has one priority. It's making people watch longer.
Yeah.
So there must
Yeah.
be some evidence to prove that
I did.
getting rid of it makes people watch longer.
I did find it funny though that the last point they gave, there was like, and the last question is, did we get rid of the dislike button because of YouTube Rewind? They brought that point
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
And, they were, and dude, I've never seen a guy say no with such copium in my life. Like, he was like, no. You could see the copium in his eyes.
You could see how many times he had to film that to not to like sound genuine, to like get the most genuine take that he could.
True.
Because he knew like people were going to be watching this under a microscope
Yeah.
at like 0.25 speed or something to be like, well, the inflection in his voice kind of leads me to believe that YouTube made him say
I heard
that.
a slight vibrato in his voice, meaning he is about to start crying at any minute.
Man, I just wish they would tell us the truth and give us some data, but they're not going to do that. Why would
No,
they?
no.
course
I mean,
not.
what not annoyed me, but the way what really made me suspicious was the way they framed it to like, oh, we're doing you guys a favor.
Yeah,
You
know?
asked for this.
No, don't thank us later. You know, please,
Remember when they-
hold the applause. But we are helping you for your mental health, and it's just
Yeah.
like literally no creator I have talked to or ever heard of like ask YouTube to do this, and they framed it in a way that they're doing it for the creators.
Have you ever seen a YouTube creator make a video in front of the camera going, guys, my mental health is deteriorating from all these dislikes I'm getting, man. Fuck. Like, no, of course not. It's the fucking algorithm that's like demanding YouTubers to not take a break.
It's the one time a corporation has said, "Don't worry, guys, we've heard you," and the audience didn't actually say anything.
Like, we have been silent. You've had tape on our mouths for the entire time. Like, we can't
It's
say
true.
anything.
It's true. But yeah, guys, we're gonna help you guys out here.
Yeah.
What?
It's like, no, what?
Hold on.
I don't even know why I'm here, dude.
It's literally I've saved the day, but you haven't done anything. And they just leave.
You're welcome. See ya.
My God.
So I've finally started to settle in my new place now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we are
20 years later.
20 years later, hosted the housewarming. Unfortunately, Joey couldn't make it because you were busy with the
I was doing a Made in Abyss event. Yeah.
I will say,
lasagna. Lovely lasagna.
Yeah, I will say, ever since that day. So so I don't know if I've told the story of the world famous lasagna yet, which it's not world famous. By
It's
the
about
way.
to be. Now
Okay, it's about to be. So so in Japan, I don't know why, but you can get a lot of good Italian food in Japan. But for some reason, you just can't get lasagna.
No.
Like, no Italian restaurant in Japan, for some reason, serves lasagna. And the few that they do, they definitely don't serve good lasagna.
Yeah.
So because of this, I would just like, look, I've been living in Japan for a year. I'm craving lasagna. So what better way to do it than just learn how to do it yourself?
I'll do it myself, damn it.
I'll literally fucking Thanos. I'll fucking do it myself, right? So about a year ago.
I didn't even realize that was a Thanos reference. I just said it.
Is it a Thanos reference? I don't know.
I don't know.
It's the one where
I
he
haven't
takes a
seen that
fucking
movie.
gauntlet and says, fine, I'll do it myself.
I haven't seen the movie. I just said a thing.
It's a
This is
pretty
the most
famous meme.
This is the most generic line that could be attached to any character.
I could
ever.
say anything. I could be like, "Oh, my penis is a little itchy." It's like, I remember when Thanos said that.
I'll do it myself.
I'll do it myself.
Oh, go ahead, Garnt. Tell us.
So about a year ago, I learned how to cook lasagna, and I cook it once, right? I cook it once, and it was like a mediocre lasagna.
All right.
And
I mean, it's a difficult dish, right?
yeah, I mean, kind of.
It's like Lego, but with pasta.
Yeah, it's like it's
Cool.
It's a pasta cake, right? It's just
Right.
it's just concentrated pasta with meat sauce.
Yeah,
That's kind of what it is.
It's like all the flavor of a pasta
Yeah.
bowl
Right.
layers out
Yeah.
very precisely.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So deep during quarantine, sometimes we would, have dinner parties where we would invite people over, or just people would come over.
Yeah.
And one day, Sydney invites Connor over, and she says, "Oh, you can have some of Garnt's world famous lasagna." And I'm
like,
just like, and Connor's like, "What?" And I'm just like, "What? What do you mean world famous, Sydney? I've cooked it once." And ever since she said that, because she didn't just say it to Connor, she said it to Meilyne as well. And so for like a good 5 months, people have built up this idea that I make world famous lasagna,
Just
right?
a joke, like, 'cause
it's just a joke.
Sydney's just out here like doing just misinformation.
I'll just drop people. Like, have you had a Garnt's world famous lasagna?
Yeah.
What?
and so the first time I actually cook it for Meilyne.
Yeah.
Meilyne's the one I want to please the most.
Of course, yeah. You want to get that good Google review.
Yeah,
right?
of course. Because if you can please Meilyne with a meal, you can do. You
know
do
it's good.
anything. Yeah, it's basically Michelin star at that point. It is world famous. So the first time I cook it was at Meilyne's house, and when you're cooking in a kitchen that you're unfamiliar with equipment that you don't know, sometimes
Hell's Kitchen.
sometimes you have an oven and you don't know, with Japanese ovens, especially the ones that aren't pre-built, but the ones that you buy, they say a temperature, but they don't actually, the actual temperature varies depending on what oven and what brand you buy, right?
That's true.
Yeah, so I remember first time I cooked this lasagna was for the public, was at Meilyne's house.
For the public.
For the public.
For the world.
It's so world famous. That
It's
Garnt
so world
refuses
famous
to cook it.
And I was like fucking sweating because like weeks before I come to Meilyne's house to cook it, Meilyne was like, "Can't wait for the world famous lasagna. You know what? I'm gonna give you a fucking Google review just to see if it is actually world famous." I'm like, for fuck's sake, Meilyne, this joke has gone too far. This is like cooking for Gordon Ramsay or something, right? I feel like I'm part of like Kitchen Nightmares or something right now. So I'm cooking at Meilyne's house, and it takes a while to cook lasagna, right? Because it's not like an easy dish. You gotta cook the meat
All the
sauce.
best
You
things in life are difficult.
gotta layer it up. And I wasn't familiar with Meilyne's oven. I'd cooked it a bunch of times in my own oven, and the first time I cook it in Meilyne's oven,
Something that an experienced chef would say.
yeah, I cook it in Meilyne's oven, and unfortunately, it wasn't hot enough. Her oven didn't go hot enough. So
I liked it. I think
So you had a crispy lasagna.
yeah, so I cooked it, and
a little al dente lasagna.
yeah, so
Well, that ain't al dente if it's crispy.
What's the crispy one?
Not al dente.
what is al dente?
I don't know. Just say shit.
Al dente means to the bite, right? So it's like just right softness.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Italians, please confirm.
Just say Italian words. Like,
Yeah.
just say them.
It was definitely
Mamma mia style.
It's
pasta.
I cook my lasagna, mamma mia.
yeah. I mean, it wasn't fully cooked, but the inside was definitely, as Gordon Ramsay would say, fucking raw.
It's hard. I mean, even if lasagna is like raw, I'm like, this is still pretty fucking
It's a little.
good.
I don't mind my lasagna a little
Yeah.
crunchy.
I mean, okay, Connor enjoyed it when I cooked it.
I'm
at
not a
Meilyne's
picky
house.
man with lasagna.
Yeah, you're not
Yeah,
Meilyne,
As long as you
right?
have all the ingredients in
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah.
I mean, the meat sauce is pretty good, but Meilyne, nothing goes past Meilyne.
No.
She takes one bite and she's like, "This is raw. this is raw," and I'm just like,
Without the energy of Gordon Ramsay.
I'm just like, my cooking career is over after one dish. You know, this is it. I'm gonna put up my apron now. I'm never gonna cook again.
It was like I got to experience the Ratatouille movie in like real time.
and so that was the last time I cooked lasagna for other people to taste.
Wow, it actually deterred you.
Yeah. Until this housewarming party where Sydney obviously invites, Sydney invites everyone, and she sends people this menu as well of things that we were going to cook. Right. And I'm just like, Sydney, why would you do that? And without my knowledge, she said I would be cooking the world famous lasagna. Literally on the menu,
was like
right?
trying to bring the old man out of retirement. Try and get him back in the game.
And I feel like a retired hero or something. I'm just like, Sydney, I
haven't done that in years.
I'm past my prime now. I can't do it. Sydney. Don't make me do it. She's like, Garnt, it's out. Meilyne's coming. You need to do it, right? And so like I'm like sweating now. So a few days before the lasagna, a few days before the housewarming, I have a practice run.
Oh my God.
I actually got so nervous that I'm just like, I need to practice. I need to get my lasagna making skills are a little rusty. I need to get back on the pedestal. See how it is done again. And so I
put some oil in these bones.
Yeah, so I did my lasagna, and Sydney loves it, but I'm just like, I can do better. I need to do better.
My God.
I must
go further beyond.
I make some mental notes before the day about about like the small changes I'm going to make to the recipe, like the small changes I'm going to make to the preparation and everything. And so the day comes.
God, it's like you're going to like a bake-off.
It is. This
ain't no joke, Joe.
Like imagine cooking for Meilyne, but it's like your own.
I would never dare to think.
But it's your own personal recipe.
Right.
Like I think I would actually rather cook for Gordon Ramsay at this point. And so everyone comes, and everyone has all the different side dishes. We have some meatballs, we have some other things, but the lasagna is the main dish. Yeah. And like everyone's having a merry time. I'm fucking sweating, not just because of the heat from the oven, but I'm sweating out of nerves, man.
You did look very nervous. I do remember you looking really like
I remember everyone coming in, like Sydney just like greeting everyone. Everyone's being social, and I was just like, don't talk to me. I'm making lasagna right now. I'm making lasagna. Connor's like, yo, Garnt, can I see your office? And I'm just like, no, Connor, I'll show you after I finish this fucking lasagna. and then I'll be social, and then I'll be a good host. But until the lasagna is done, nothing is happening. And so I cooked the lasagna. It's an hour after Sydney had said that the lasagna would be finished. I don't care. You can't rush perfection. And then I finish it, and then I take it out. And then this is a really weird experience. People start crowding around this lasagna, right?
Yeah, it's like, oh.
Yeah, people started crowding around this lasagna. And, I'm going to say, it looked fucking good.
Right. I saw the photos, and it looks good.
There is the thing about lasagna, right? That anyone who loves lasagna will understand. Is that the first spatula, the first serving is always the best one.
Yeah.
Because the more people start chunking at that lasagna, the more sloppy it becomes.
Yep.
Don't get me wrong, it's not like lasagna is the cleanest thing on earth.
Yeah.
But the first spatula scoop is the best one.
Yeah.
You get the perfect ratio.
Yeah. Because I needed to make sure like the cheese was like perfectly toasted, because it can't be like raw cheese, and like the edges need to be like a little bit crispy, a little bit burnt, right? That's to me, that's a good lasagna, right? You can't have like a completely raw but not too overburnt lasagna. Yeah. And so I remember finishing it. Everyone was taking pictures. I'm like, Meilyne, have the first taste. The spotlight comes on. The room is silent, right? I give her the dish. She takes one bite, right? And it's just like the longest fucking few seconds of my life, right? I see her chewing this lasagna, and I'm just like, my life is like flashing before my eyes right now. And she's just like, oh shit, you've leveled up. And I'm just... I can't explain the fucking euphoria that just went over my body, man.
It was very good.
It was literally that Japanese going, oh!
It was good lasagna. It was very good. I have to say, I can confirm. It was great.
It's like a Lost Food Wars episode, isn't it?
It was.
I'll be honest, I don't remember any of the other food that was there.
Yeah.
I remember the lasagna.
Damn, must be good.
And there was sandwiches. Those are the only two things I remember.
Right.
I don't know. What, I don't even. I know there was a menu, but I can't remember anything else on the menu.
I mean, what does it matter when you had the world famous lasagna?
I just want Meilyne to be like really pretentious about it, and just be like, al dente.
But she had like a childhood flashback.
Yeah,
She ate it.
maybe. I hope so. But like ever since that point, I'm just like, damn, cooking's fun. Cooking for other people can be fun. So
Who would have thought?
Yeah. So ever since then, me and Sunny have been cooking almost like every day. So we used to like Uber Eats almost every day. And a big deal is because we do have a dishwasher now.
Yeah.
So we don't have to wash dishes ourselves anymore, and that takes so much of the effort out in the cooking process because I find cooking relaxing. I actually find it relaxing to chop up the onions or chop up the vegetables or whatever, prepare the dish, cook the dish. It's the clearing up that is always put me off cooking. And ever since I've gotten the dishwasher, cooking has actually been an enjoyable experience for me.
Yeah. I feel the more I'm doing it now, like I used to fucking dread it. Like it was just like stressful. Even like following the menu or the recipe, somehow I fucked it up in some regard. I don't know. I was like, I'm following the recipe. How does this taste like shit?
Yeah.
But like now the more I'm like slowly starting to like help Aki cook and like, trying out like really easy like pastas and like, something that is very difficult to fuck up kind of thing. I'm like, oh, wow. It's kind of fun. The fuck? Is this what it feels like to be like good at something?
Yeah, and it's just like when you see people eating your meal and they're just enjoying it and feeling happy, I'm like, oh, this is how chefs feel. Oh my god. Oh my god, I think I found like a new hobby or something because it's genuinely like a good feeling to cook something that you're proud of and people also enjoy your cooking. I get it now, Mum. I get it. Okay, I get why you was always like eagle-eyed on me whenever I'd like eat any of your meals. Okay, I get it now.
I like cooking. It's just a lot of work, but also, I'm also really bad with portion control.
Right.
When I make food, like a lot of
like
food.
a feast.
Like I used to make a lot of lasagna. But the problem is that I would then eat lasagna.
You make a lot of lasagna.
Yeah.
But is it world famous?
Nobody's had it. That's
well, now I'm curious, Connor. Now I'm curious how your lasagna.
We're about to have a lasagna off, aren't we?
Well, one time I made a lasagna. And I was like, oh, I totally forgot to make the white sauce layer, whatever.
Right.
And I was like, why does this taste like bricks?
Because it is.
Because there was like no like white layer to like balance out the tomato and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, so when I would make lasagna, I always liked leftover lasagna more than lasagna.
Really?
There's something about lasagna sometimes that like the next day when you heat it up, it's like perfect.
Yeah, it's because it's so thick, right?
Yeah, it's so thick. It kind of gets. I don't know. Try it, Garnt.
It's
Try
like
it.
I have tried it.
It's like how leftover deep dish pizza tastes better than the fresh deep dish pizza.
Sometimes I don't know why, but at least the lasagna that I made, I don't know. Maybe it was like some.
Are you talking about microwaved lasagna, or do you just eat it straight out of the fucking fridge?
No. Like properly made lasagna,
and then I would like put it back in the oven
the next day. Yeah,
I'll put it back in the oven.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It tastes good.
Yeah,
I think maybe it's because like the juices
it would like coagulate. It would come like solid.
Yeah, it like seeps in, right?
You could like cut through it like a cake. Yeah. Whereas normal lasagna, it goes fucking everywhere. I don't get me wrong. I generally prefer normal lasagna. There's something about when I used to make it that for some reason I liked it the day after more.
No, I get that.
I don't know why.
It's like curry, right? Like curry the day after tastes just as good as the day before.
No, I've heard that. That's like the biggest fallacy I've ever heard because I've had day old curry. It definitely doesn't taste as good as like
what kind of curry though?
Indian curry. Right?
Okay,
because I understand why.
Okay, Indian curry may not be the same because with Japanese curry, it's definitely better the day after.
Yeah,
because it's taken the time for like everything to like seep in.
Pizza, are you sorry? Okay, go on.
But like, I was talking, Japanese curry tastes the same no matter what. I feel.
True.
I
Do you
feel.
think so?
Yeah, I feel like I've never had bad curry, but I've never had curry that's like made me like fucking amazed about how good it is.
It is the most like 6 out of 10 curry.
There's some like gourmet ones where they use like really rich stock and they have like really like good quality beef. But it's, at the end of the day, it's still Japanese.
It's still Japanese curry.
Yeah, exactly.
With pizza. Do you like? I was wondering about this because there's people who are like purists. They're like stone baked. Where is it from? Napoli.
Napoli.
They're like, that's the only style. That's the correct style. Which type of pizza is your favorite style? I was just curious.
Stone baked.
Stone baked?
Yeah.
I do like stone baked.
Stone baked is the only pizza where I can eat the crust. Okay.
Oh my
because like like sourdough stone baked pizza. Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah, it's good.
I'm a
It's great,
crust.
it's great.
I'm a crust hater, but I'm gonna eat that fucking crust,
I'm
and
gonna
I'm
say
gonna
it.
enjoy it. Okay.
American pizza is the best pizza. I think it's
like
the
what
best.
what kind of American pizza?
Like a New York pizza, that's like the best pizza.
to be fair, New York pizza is pretty fucking bomb.
I think American style of making pizza is the best way.
I
love stone baked. I love stone baked. Right? I love it. Don't get me wrong. But like, I don't know what it is about American style pizza.
Italians. I hear you, Italians. Right?
Listen,
a whole generation.
Listen.
Just like died.
Here's my
right
argument.
here.
Agony.
Here's my argument, right? The thing with stone baked pizza that sometimes kind of pisses me off. Why are they so goddamn light with the toppings? Like they put like one pepperoni on it and call it a day, you know? Which I get it. You don't want to like submerge it, but also everything falls off like immediately as well.
I think it's
like
also
nothing stays in place.
Well,
and they put, like, no
based off
fucking
like
cheese on it.
isn't that based off like it's either Napoli or the other type
Yeah.
of Italian pizza,
Yeah.
but like it's not supposed to be a heavy meal.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be very,
I
very
love
light.
it when it's
I don't know
heavy.
which one it is.
Yeah, I love the heaviness of American pizza.
Right.
Like it's all like a nice thing.
By American pizza, what do you mean? Because there's so many different types.
Well,
of
the American style
pizzas.
of making pizza is like from what I understand, like New York, where it's like
Domino's.
Yeah, it's like perfectly constructed, right? Where it's like this slice that like is very solid on its own. Like when it's cut up, nothing like falls off, nothing
Yeah.
like fucking slips off or anything. It's a nice solid bit of pizza. I love it.
Yeah.
Also, one thing I tried, which I thought was going to be disgusting, right? This is vile. I know it sounds gross. Hear me out, right? I had this.
Do you like the grease? Do you like the grease?
Yes. So
Hold on. Hold on. I'm listening. I'm listening.
Okay.
I tried the hot dog in the crust pizza, and I fucking loved it.
Hot. Oh, like a
They
sausage.
put a hot dog in the crust, and
Alright.
I really enjoyed it.
Do you like cheesy crust?
Yes, but I like the hot dog one more.
Really?
It's
What
like,
about-
it's like an extra meal.
But what if you put the cheese inside of the hot dog
Oh,
and then
now.
you put that in the crust?
Bro, that's
That's just not even a crust anymore. Like whenever people
like this.
whenever people say, "Oh, but do you eat stuffed crust?" Stuffed crust is good. Stuffed crust is what you eat when you don't want to actually eat crust. Okay, it's a mozzarella stick. Okay, and this is just a fucking hot dog. Okay, you're
like the hot dog.
eating a pizza with a hot dog at the
I
end.
like
it's
the
not
hot
the
dog.
crust.
I like
amazing.
it. I like the hot dog. You can get it in Japan.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Pizza Hut do it.
Oh,
And I ordered it.
You're not gonna pretend that this is better than stone baked pizza or like
Honestly,
fresh fucking
yes.
pizza.
Honestly,
Okay,
yes.
but in
off.
Japan, right?
No way.
In Japan.
No fucking way am I listening to this right now.
In Japan, there's two types of pizza in Japan, right?
Yeah.
There's pizza and then
Yeah.
there's pizza.
Yeah.
All right, two different things. No,
Can we-
I'm not.
great.
You guys
Hold
laugh,
on.
but it is
Can
true.
we got like an hour left on this recording. Can we order a Pizza Hut pizza with sausage in the crust?
I actually want to try it.
I'm just saying we should do it. We should all have a live reaction.
Yeah.
Why?
Why not? Because I want to see your reaction.
I wanna see
it.
your
I've
reaction
had
to it.
hot dog crust pizza. It's a hot dog crust pizza.
on
It's-
camera. Have you had it on camera?
I've never tried it
Yeah, I want to see.
Wait, how have
Joey's
you never
reaction.
tried it?
because I barely eat cheesy crust. I just want like a regular crust.
I'm pretty sure they have it, man. I'm telling
Why
you.
don't
get
you
it.
like cheesy crust?
It's too heavy.
And you want a hot dog crust?
No, honestly, it's so good. It's like a very tight hot dog. It's like it's like wrapped around. It's like a bite-sized hot dog.
It's like a hot
great.
dog burrito.
Bro, it's so good.
Okay,
I love it.
I
I hope
need
they
to
have
try
it.
it. I need to
I need to check if they still have
Yeah,
it.
so in Japan, right? There's two types of pizza. There's pizza, which is like stuff like Pizza Hut, Domino's, American pizza, basically.
Right.
And then there's pizza, which is the Italian pizza,
Yeah.
right? So like if you ever go to like an Italian like restaurant or whatever or establishment, you'll be able to know the difference between like the Italian like stone baked stuff that Garnt likes and then the American stuff that Connor likes. So
Disgusting.
At least Japan has like made a distinction, being like, at least they're not one of those countries that are like,
like-
all pizza is the same.
Like I remember when I first went to New York, right, and I had my first like New York pizza, and the selling point of this pizza was that you could literally
It's bigger than your
tilt the
face.
you could literally tilt the pizza and you could see the oil dripping off it.
Listen,
and I'm just
I'm not
how is
judging.
this a selling point? You're meant to make this appetizing.
To be fair,
this
though-
is just pure fat that's like rolling off now.
But I went to a place in New York that was like, I guess like kind of famous in New York. I forgot what it was, but like they're famous for like dabbing the oil off the pizza.
off the pizza.
So it's a
Yeah.
really it's a massive pizza, but it's really thin and really light.
Yeah.
So like I don't know about like the full like oil dripping off thing. Like if that was a selling point, I wouldn't eat it.
But like the point is, you're still dabbing off the oil because there is so much oil on the pizza,
Right,
right?
right.
And to me, that's not appetizing. I don't know. Like when I see that much oil on anything, that just I don't want to eat it. You know,
Yeah.
I can feel my arteries just clogging up. Just fucking looking
as
at
much
this.
as there's a place called Pizza Slice in Shibuya that's really good. That does New York style pizza. Fucking bomb. I can only go there maybe like once a month though, because my God, after 2 slices, I'm like about to explode.
Look, I get it where, I get that it's a nice fast meal. It feels good. It feels unhealthy. But to say that it is better than stone baked pizza,
It is.
That's where I draw the line, man.
is.
No
It
fucking
is.
way.
If I had to choose, oh God, so hard. I just like pizza in general.
Yeah.
But
it's all
no,
delicious.
I'm not- it's all delicious.
I'm not saying that stone baked is not delicious.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah,
extremely
I'm
delicious.
not saying that New York pizza is not delicious as well in its own way.
Because
love-
like
yeah.
both types of
Okay,
pizza
'cause-
have their benefits.
Because like the
One
only
can be an everyday meal.
the only pizza that I'd say the Americans do the best is Chicago pizza. Chicago
deep dish stuff, right?
Deep dish
Yeah.
stuff. But like that's
that's
like
'cause nowhere else
that's
even
not
does
even
it.
that's not even
Nowhere else even does it.
That's
like-
not a
But,
pizza. That's a pie.
No, yeah, exactly. It's
No,
not
no,
a pizza.
a
It's a
New-
pizza lasagna.
No, but like
it's a pizza lasagna. That's what Chicago deep dish pizza
right.
is, and that's
It's
why
like
it's fucking
Italian
amazing.
squared. This episode is sponsored by Honey.
We all shop online. We've
course.
established that by now.
Yes.
And we've all seen that promo code field taunt us at the checkout.
Every time.
But thanks to Honey, manually searching for coupon codes is a thing of the past because Honey is the free browser extension that scours the internet for promo codes and applies the best one it finds to your cart. Honey supports over 30,000 online stores. They range from sites that have tech, gaming products, to popular fashion brands and even food delivery.
All right, let me tell you how this works. Imagine you're shopping at one of your favorite sites.
Yeah,
okay,
many times.
you're at the checkout once again, and then the Honey button drops
day.
down, and
Yep.
all you have to do is click apply
Benny
coupons. Wait a few seconds as Honey searches for coupons it can find for that site, and if Honey finds a working coupon, you'll watch as the prices drop. Joe, what'd you save from Honey?
So I bought a brand new tripod for my brand new camera,
much did you
and
save?
I saved a whopping $35.
I didn't even know you could save Honey on tripods, Joey.
Oh, gone. It's because Honey can save you money on pretty much anything.
By getting it, you'll be doing yourself a solid and also supporting this podcast. So, what are you waiting for? Get Honey for free at joinhoney.com/trash taste. That's joinhoney.com/trash taste. Joey, with the outro.
Back to the show.
For me, there's something about the fillingness of an American pizza style that I love so much.
Yeah, I get that.
Like I really, really miss Domino's pizza in the UK. It was so good. I love that pizza.
What's different about it in the UK?
I don't know why it's so good.
I don't know either.
I think it's just bias.
I think it just tastes the same. That's me.
I've had Domino's around like lots of different places, and they all kind of taste the
So
same.
I had Little Caesars pizza in America,
Right.
and I thought it was delicious.
The mini pizzas?
No, the big ones.
Oh, the big ones.
Like $5 for like a large,
Right,
and
right,
everyone
right.
was saying like, "Bro, it's like the worst pizza on earth." And
Yeah,
I'm
it's
like,
not-
I actually like it. I like oven pizza a lot.
It's not really great. I had it in
I
America
liked
as
it.
well.
I liked
I'd
Little
much
Caesars.
rather Domino's than Little
I
Caesars.
like Little Caesars. It was, and also,
I'm just convinced you don't have taste buds.
No,
I'm just,
no,
just
no,
like
no,
I'm
no.
like the more you talk, the more I'm just like
No,
what-
no, no, no,
like,
because also my
what you-
enjoyment of it also increases knowing that for all of that for $5, that's insane. What?
That's got nothing.
it's got nothing to do with the taste.
Well, the taste is good, and it's only it's only heightened by the fact that it's simply $5 for this massive food. Like this could feed the entire fucking Last Supper. This Little Caesars pizza.
Yeah, because it's
This is
not that
incredible.
great.
That doesn't
That's
affect
why.
the taste.
No, it does. It most. Come on,
Dude,
When you
okay.
go to a place, right? The price affects the way you see the food. It does.
Yes,
like
and,
when you get
and
a
that's
dollar,
exactly why Little Caesars tastes like a $5 pizza,
when you
as in
get
it's not that great.
When you get a dollar slice in New York,
Yeah.
it is foolish of me to act like knowing it was $1 didn't contribute to my enjoyment of that slice.
Yeah, of course, but
it
you
was
don't.
an amazing
You don't
slice.
go to a New York pizza place and be like, "I would like an exquisite meal right now, please." $1? Oh, what a steal! You know?
Is it
I would
because
say it
stone baked pizzas are not big enough?
That
it?
is one big factor.
Is that it?
Yeah. It's not
Okay,
America
so
size, you know?
so hypothetically, if you found a restaurant here in Japan or wherever that does stone baked sourdough pizza, but it was the size of a New York pizza,
But also they skimp out on the toppings a lot, right?
No, I mean
The problem with stone baked, right?
in Japan,
In Japan,
they
they
definitely
do.
do.
Yeah.
But
I
if
swear,
you
even when I had it-
if you've had like stone baked in England, like
I've had
in
stone baked
Europe,
in Italy, and a lot of the time they skimp out. They're like,
Really?
I'm like, you don't put enough toppings on. There's the sauce is generous enough, I'd say, but like
Yeah.
cheese, like, come on, man. You
No,
can do-
I had stone
you
baked
can
in
do way
Italy, and
better.
they stacked
Really?
that
Yeah.
shit.
because I
Maybe I just shit
haven't
place.
been to Italy, but like the best stone baked pizzas places I go to, they don't skimp out on the cheese, they don't skimp out on the toppings.
Because you're in like a British version of it, so they're like they fix it. 'Cause they're like they
Well,
know what
no,
the
the one I
British.
had, the one I had in northern Italy was packed.
Was it really?
Yeah, it was like
every time I've had one in Italy, it's been like very lacking in toppings.
Really?
Yeah, and
I don't think you're going to the right places.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like as the person who is like the biggest simp for bread, like how does that not play a factor in how these pizzas taste?
No, so that's more of I would say stone baked in many aspects. In my mind, is more about enjoying the bread than it is about the pizza. Like I don't even consider it like
Right.
like to a point where I'm like,
It's flavored bread.
I'd rather just get like bread. Like at this point, just give me a real fucking pizza, bro. If it doesn't give me like 5 spots the next day, it isn't a pizza, bro. I want to be fucked up. Fuck me up with this pizza.
You know what? You know what? The world's right. British people don't have taste.
No,
I'm just like, you know
that's
what?
confirmed.
I'm Team America with this one, man. I'm American all the way on this one. Bro, American pizza goes hard. It doesn't say
okay,
sorry.
look, there's a time and a place for an American pizza.
Every time.
Hands down.
Every day.
Hands down.
There
Every
is
time.
there is a time
Every
and a
meal.
place for American pizza, but
Every day.
it is not the superior pizza.
It is not the
It
superior.
It is
superior.
not the
It is
superior
superior.
pizza.
America, I salute you with your pizza.
Okay,
bro.
then,
Your
okay.
pizza slaps. Keep doing it.
Okay,
Keep it up.
Okay, let's see how. Okay, then question: which one's better, Japanese sushi or American sushi?
All right, I'm head out. Well, no, obviously, like Japan does it better.
Well, then,
Sushi.
yeah.
Yeah.
So like, would you if I was to give you a choice of like just standard like Nikon of like just regular tuna that you get at like a cup of sushi
Yeah.
here, or California roll, which one would you choose?
But I feel like I feel like at the end of the day, a stone baked pizza and a pizza are like the same shit, right?
What you've said,
But
like
a sushi roll is not even remotely like sushi. Come on, you cannot sit me dead in the eye and tell me that you think of that.
Okay, Connor, what you've basically said,
Yeah.
like, is basically like, oh yeah, sweet and sour chicken is the best Chinese food. You know, or,
Orange chicken.
orange chicken
Listen,
is the best. Chicken tikka
I'll die on
masala
this
is
hill.
the best Indian curry in the
I
world.
will
And
not-
I'm just like, no,
I
Connor,
will-
I
I
am
will-
not going to stand here and listen to this bullshit. Okay.
I've had both pizzas.
I'll become an honorary Italian for like a fucking day.
I don't care.
Just
if
call
I-
you out on your
I'm
fucking
gonna do this for the
bullshit.
rest of the
If I
episode.
lose my Italian fan base for this, so be it, right? You guys have shit pizza compared to the Americans. Come on, man.
God. I just can't get over the fact that
Let's trace it back to World War II. It's like with sushi and stuff like that. There's like a lot of the sushi is not even close. I don't even think that's.
how
even
is it
like,
not close? They
because a
use the same
sushi-
ingredients.
A sushi roll, no, it's not.
Yeah.
A lot of the time, the ingredients aren't even similar.
Everything
either.
inside of a California roll they use in regular sushi here. Just
Do they
not,
really?
Just not together.
What's in a California roll?
What are the ingredients of a California roll? It's salmon.
You sounded so confident.
It's salmon, cucumber.
yeah.
Well, rolls in
There's roe at the
But like
top,
a
right?
yeah, but like
Egg.
rolls in general are like an American
so different.
thing.
Yeah, it's so different from sushi.
because
Right.
because
I wouldn't
like
say stone baked is that far off from.
But
normal
Japan
pizza.
has rolls as well.
Do they really?
Yeah.
no, but they
I've
don't have
never
the
seen
same kind of rolls.
Not the same
Like
kinds
not
of
Yeah,
rolls.
deep fried shit, right?
No,
Like-
No, nothing like
Like
that.
from what I've seen, Japanese rolls are just like one fish in a roll, and that's
feel like-
that's it.
Yeah.
I feel
right.
like this is a dumb argument, but I'm ready to die for it.
Okay.
That's trash taste, there, right?
Yeah, that.
Okay.
It ain't a food. It ain't a trash
is a
taste
bad
episode
argument.
without a food argument.
I'm watching a man commit suicide, and I'm just like, all right, Connor, you jump off the cliff.
I think.
Don't say I didn't try to like grab you and warn you that this is a cliff you're jumping off, Connor.
I think a lot of the viewers will agree with me that American pizza is better than Italian. First of all, we have American audience.
It's and it's because I guarantee that there are more Americans watching this than Italians, and there are
Bro.
more people who have been to America than Italy.
I've been to both.
yes,
Mr.
yes,
Worldwide.
yes, Ashley, yes.
The California roll is not Japanese.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we know that.
Yeah, we know that.
We do-
Well, what are the ingredients?
Is that the?
Imitation crab.
Which they have. Which they have.
You don't get crab on sushi normally, though. You don't really. do.
Yeah, of course you do.
Not that often.
I get it all the time.
Really? Where? I've never seen
In
it.
any sushi train.
You get like the crab head in the thing, but you never get like crab
No,
on
you
there.
get,
Do
you get
really?
crab on it, yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Really? I've
Yeah.
never seen this.
This is the man who just said that meat sushi didn't exist, even though he's had it. So,
Yeah, to this day, I still don't view it when I go to get sushi.
Not
Meat
exactly
sushi,
the most
yeah.
reliable narrator, this man.
Doesn't matter. American pizza's better than stone baked. I'll die on that hill.
Oh my god.
This is just like a bad person making a good argument. Like people are just going to disagree with me because I'm fucking dumb.
It's not a good argument.
It's a great argument.
It's not a good argument.
It's quite in fact the opposite. You're a good person with a shit argument.
This is a preferential thing. I just think the pizza's better. It's not flat out being
I'm
wrong.
not saying, okay, look, I'm not saying American pizza is bad. I
No,
love American
this
pizza.
is not what we are arguing. By
Both
the way.
pizzas are fantastic, right? In their own
But to
unique
act
ways.
like it is so far beyond belief to even insist that American pizza could be interpreted as better than stone baked. You mean like that's just a wild claim? It's not wild. The people like American pizza more than stone baked
because they've never had stone baked.
They have had stone baked.
I want to see how many people.
I think you'll be shocked by the amount of viewers that actually think American
I want to
is
see
better than
how
stone
many
baked.
people, how many of our viewers who have had both can agree with you and say that the American.
You got your
one's better.
head, your head's in the clouds.
Would you say Domino's is better than stone baked pizza then?
In my mind, I would rather a Domino's pizza than a stone baked pizza. And I have seen, right? I remember as well. I felt so gratified, like absolutely.
Hey, yo, get this man some taste buds.
I felt so relieved. I remember what was it? Who's that guy who has like 1,500 Netflix shows? I think he's a chef from I think Japan, but he's American.
The bearded
He's
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot his name.
There was like one scene, right, where he was doing a whole thing about pizza, and he went around reviewing all different types of pizza. And there's this one scene where he's like, at the end of the day, though, there's just something about a Domino's pizza that it just goes so hard. And I was like, yes.
That's probably a reason why we don't remember his name.
Pretending like Domino's pizza or these like fast food pizzas taste like shit. You just clown.
I never said that.
We never said that. It's like saying a McDonald's burger is better than like a gourmet, freshly made burger at a burger joint. Like, yes, there's a place for it, but to say that is better is like...
I've had many burgers where I would prefer the McDonald's burger over said burger.
Well, yes, of course.
Because a lot of the time they're just like, let's just get some like good beef. Let's just like not consider the ratios or anything. Let's just put like shit. Let's put like 500 grams of bacon.
But what I'm saying, the argument we're making is think of the best burger you've ever had that wasn't McDonald's and put that next to a McDonald's burger. Which one would you rather?
But I've had a lot of pizza in Italy that wasn't stone baked that I think was much better than stone baked. That was more akin to an American style.
It's
right?
like
it's like the heaviness of it.
Yeah.
Stone baked isn't the only type of pizza, but to me, definitely it is like the pinnacle. I fucking love stone baked.
Listen to you guys.
It's the best bread.
And you know what? It's because it's like the best bread, the best cheese.
You used to come from a man who can't appreciate the crust. Like this comes from, like I
No,
feel
no,
like
no.
you've already tainted the pizza argument.
It's because
with your shit takes on crust.
because I don't eat the crust that I can appreciate a fucking good stone baked because it's the only pizza that I eat the crust.
I just feel like you have like
it's like watching a vegan eat a chicken wing. It's like, oh my god, this is a monumental. It must be a really fucking good chicken wing.
You don't even appreciate bread, so how can you even have an opinion on what's better pizza? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't have a core fundamental.
No.
Of bread.
It's like I don't appreciate 90% of bread because to me 90% of bread tastes the fucking same. But it's like when I'm
gonna have to get you to stop right here, bro.
You cannot say
I was
that.
on your side until you said that.
That's like me going, bro, every fucking rice and noodle is the fucking same, bro. Like, it's like, that's just...
Yeah, udon is exactly the same as
that
fucking...
noodle shit, bro. It's like no different from instant noodles, bro. It's 90% the same.
It's like 90% of the ramen noodles...
I didn't think you could be racist towards white people, but in that moment, I think you genuinely were. I think that was actually racist towards white people, bro. That was like...
French people clutching their baguettes right now.
French, bro. Germans are losing it right now. That's half of German food, man. Dude, we got to do a trash taste special where we just take Garnt to a German bakery and he just is like, what the fuck? I didn't know you could have 15 different types of pretzels.
Are you saying that a pretzel tastes the same as a baguette?
Is pretzel bread?
Oh, what? Scott? What? Yes, it's bread. What? Not the little fucking hard, like cookie-esque ones. It's like an actual
pretzels.
Fucking, a pretzel.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to be honest. Okay.
What are you about to say, God?
I'm going to be honest. A pretzel to me is just a salted baguette. That's what it tastes like to me. Right? That's kind of what it tastes like to me. Okay? Like to me, bread.
Whoa.
Okay, to me, I can't eat bread.
This is how World War III began.
To me, I can't eat bread by itself a lot of times. It needs to be flavored, okay? It needs to have some butter on it. Like, for example, a baguette, I need some butter with that baguette a lot of the times, okay? Pretzels, they have salt, okay?
No, you can't just eat a baguette. Like a good baguette.
With butter?
No, just a baguette.
Just eat it by itself.
I can't fucking eat a baguette by itself. That's just like...
You've just lost all our European audience this episode, Garnt. You like won the Italians and then threw them away. What the fuck, Garnt?
Even the even the Italians are doing this right
Okay.
now.
You go on a European tour.
No, because
fucking actually
because
have
like,
go to Europe.
okay, with the crust, with the crust, you're not eating. It's not like you have the pizza part with the cheese and and the toppings and everything, and then you have the crust part, right? That's a very small ratio to the whole pizza itself. I can't eat a pizza-sized crust, no matter how good the fucking stone baked crust is.
I can just chow down on the whole baguette, like straight
Oh,
out when
easy.
it's good quality. Like I don't need anything.
Pretzel as well.
Yeah,
like
bro.
if it's
Pretzel.
lightly salted, it's don't even need
I
mustard
don't think
with
you've
that.
had good bread, Garnt. Genuinely,
Yeah.
I think if you had fresh bread, like good bread, I think you'd change your
No,
mind.
fresh bread is good, but
Not like fucking Tesco bread.
No. I've had fresh bread, but bread to me is
What
like
fresh bread? I'm skeptical now. Where have you had this fresh bread?
Okay, so you go.
You
go.
had fresh bread yesterday.
No, that was fucking
Yeah.
great. Could I eat more than just the slice that we got? No. That was too much. And with the slice, I fucking
I could have destroyed that whole plate.
I could have had that.
That's
plate.
like way
Every
too
time I
heavy.
go to an Italian
Okay.
restaurant in
I've
America,
had
Okay.
many meals where
Okay.
I have enjoyed the bread like an amount where honestly, if the rest of my food didn't come out, I would be happy.
yeah,
with
every
the
time
plate
I
of
go to an
bread.
Italian restaurant in America and they always give you that the plate of bread, I'm just like, more. I need
Yeah.
more. This is
Bread-
not going to
okay,
be enough.
Bread to me is a starter. It is a starter. It is not the meal. You can't just have bread as a meal.
This
right?
man would not
I don't
have
know who I'm
survived-
offending with this take right now, but to me,
the
I can't.
the entire Middle Ages.
I can't just
Yeah,
have
peasants in the
I can't
1800s.
I can't just have pure bread as a meal. I'm pretty sure
If you were born in the 1700s in Europe, you would be so dead.
I didn't think we were gonna have another
You're like
food
bread
episode, but
for
like.
dinner.
What the fuck
is this?
I feel like, right? You guys made such a big fucking deal about this pizza thing that I didn't think it was a big deal. And,
Hey, yo, don't rope me into this shit,
and
bro.
this man walks in here being like, bread is shit.
Okay.
Like straight up. Like what?
Okay.
Like you don't even have like a gluten allergy or something or some shit like that. So like behind
I didn't
it.
say bread was shit. I said bread is not a meal.
You said
know?
90% of bread, and I quote, tastes the same.
Okay,
And
Okay, I'm going to go back on that statement. Okay,
You better recant that
90% of bread does not taste the same.
how much
but,
percent?
Huh?
How much percent?
But I mean, like
Like an 87.
Name a percent,
Okay.
Don.
With bread, I can't have bread as a meal. That's like having pure rice as a meal. Okay.
No, it's
as an
it's
Asian,
different.
I
No.
can't just have a rice as a meal. I know people can just have rice as a meal, but you need
No,
some
it's different.
you need
It's
some
different.
fucking seasoning on the rice. You
It's
know, you
so-
need
it's
some
so different.
flavoring. You need something to go with the rice.
I can have rice as a meal.
Yeah, I know you can, but
I know
think
you can, but
bread,
would you?
bread doesn't fill the same like role as rice.
It literally does.
No, it doesn't.
It literally
No,
does.
it doesn't. It doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, like I'll completely disagree that all bread tastes the same or whatever, but I can agree that all rice tastes the same.
Yes. Okay. I
Yeah.
would say most rice. Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Okay.
That is.
There is different types of rice,
No, no,
right?
yeah.
But
Yeah.
like
Obviously,
rice,
I can tell the difference between like Japanese rice and like saffron rice.
But there's like
right?
rice
Yeah,
pudding and
obviously.
all that shit as well. It's all nonsense. But
I mean, is rice pudding
But-
even
but-
rice
but
at that
I
point?
think comparing the roles that bread and rice fill is like, no, it's completely different. It's totally different.
I can't believe you're Japanese, Joey, and
Yeah.
you're going to say that all rice tastes the same, where a huge part of Japanese cuisine is like the subtle differences in how the rice tastes.
Hey, yo, that's all bullshit, eh? That's all marketing.
Okay, I will-
It's
I will-
all marketing,
I will agree
dude.
with,
Every
yeah.
time you go to a fucking ryokan or anything and you get like the massive meal and they bring out the fucking bowl of rice and they're
It's the
like,
same. It's
this
the
is
same.
this is the top branded rice of this prefecture, and
Yeah,
I take a
it's-
bite and I'm like, bro, this tastes
No,
exactly
you are
the same.
wrong. It does not taste
It
the same.
tastes exactly
You
the same.
You're chowing down on it too fucking fast to appreciate the
It's
subtle fucking
it's
taste.
literally just carbs. It's just.
That's what bread is. That's
No,
what
no,
bread
no, no,
is.
no, no,
Literally
no,
just
no,
carbs.
no, no,
It's
no.
literally
It's
just
so much-
carbs.
It's so much more than that. Whereas rice is just pure starch, right? Bread has so much more that goes into making a good bread, right? You've got all the different ingredients.
I'm like
that
afraid
go
to
into
say
making
anything
it,
anymore.
right? Rice is just like 100% starch, right?
No, because
Bread?
there is subtle differences into how to cook rice.
But no. But like, if we brought out 2 bowls of rice, right, and one was from like fucking Akita Prefecture, and
You
another one
wouldn't
was
tell the
from
difference.
Nagano
You wouldn't tell
Prefecture,
the difference.
I could not tell you the fucking.
No,
difference.
it's not just about the type of rice; it's how you cook it as well. Which is why sushi rice tastes different depending on which sushi place you go to. Because
Sushi rice tastes different because it's got vinegar in it.
no, but that it's cooked with vinegar. It's seasoned with vinegar.
Yeah,
right?
obviously.
Yeah, so it's part of the cooking process.
But if
right?
if there was 2 bowls of sushi rice, one from Akita and one from Nagano, you can't tell the difference.
That's like saying if 2 pieces of bread were cooked exactly the same, then they taste the same, which they would because they're cooked exactly the same way. That's
I feel like both of these arguments are fucking stupid.
Yeah, they are.
I'm
I
trying to
just
make sense
realized-
of both arguments here.
I just
and
realized,
I'm losing
yeah.
my mind.
I'm losing my mind in this fucking conversation now.
I think I do agree though. Rice is less what's the word?
Diverse.
Diverse than bread. Like the bread has way too many.
I'm saying, like, my core argument is that I can't eat bread as a meal. It's the same way. Same way as eating rice as a meal.
I genuinely believe you haven't had good bread. Like genuinely.
I have had good bread.
I don't think you have.
Was the bread we had yesterday good?
That was, even compared to German bread, that's mid.
Was it good bread yesterday?
I thought it was kind of good.
It was good. It was good. It was good, right? Don't get me wrong. It was good bread. But I'm telling you, man, I've been.
I've never been to Germany, so I don't know. Like,
all right, yeah, I spent a lot of my childhood in Germany, and I can tell you, man, it's fucking good. It's so good. Like
every time I go to a German restaurant, it's like amazing bread.
Because it's like the only thing that Germany does well, right? Is the three foods that German like specialize in. Yeah. Beer, which is food there. Yeah. It's not a drink, it's food. You have bread and then you have meat. Like just the meat is good, right?
Sausages.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Fucking amazing. Yeah. Right?
Great sausages.
And there's a reason why they stick to three things, because they fucking do it amazingly. The bread is insane. Everyone's like French baguettes. No, French baguettes can like fuck themselves, bro. German bread is like 20,000 light years ahead of it. It's not even comparable.
So if you could have bread as a meal, why don't you then?
Because so you want variation, right? You want like different things. Like if you just have bread every day, you'll get bored. But I can easily have bread occasionally as a full meal if I needed to.
Really?
If it was German bread, no qualms about it.
Yeah, if it was German bread,
like a fresh pretzel.
Yeah, if you give me like 3 pretzels just by itself, not like no mustard or anything.
Give me a beer too.
Give me a beer with that.
I need a stronger taste than just bread. You know,
because you haven't had good bread.
You haven't had.
I have had good. No matter how good the bread is, I can't eat a bread as an entire meal.
We're going to Germany.
You know,
we're going to Germany.
We're going to Germany. Get a good pretzel.
I can appreciate good bread. You know, I can appreciate a good slice before the actual meal comes out. Before the actual serving of whatever dish I've ordered comes out. You know, a bread is a good starter. Gets the palate going, but can I eat an entire? If I go to a restaurant and I'm like,
you're lucky we have a Russian, not a German dub. I'll tell you that.
Waiter, I would like to order an entire plate of bread and nothing else. I'm just like, no, I can't do that.
That's why you go to the bakery. You don't go to the restaurant for
that's what a bakery. There's a thing called a bakery that serves exclusively bread for a meal.
Make it there too. You could like cut out the middleman. I don't know.
It's like made for people who want bread as a meal, perhaps. You know. Oh my god.
Fucking god.
You exhausted now, Garnt?
I'm exhausted.
I can't wait for this fucking hot dog crust to turn up.
I want to try this shit, dude. I really want to try this shit. This episode is sponsored by Bokksu.
Ho ho ho! Merry Bokksu Christmas, gamers! Here's one for you, Joey. Here's one for you, Garnt. Oh my god, it truly is a magical time to be alive.
But Santa, could you explain to us what these Bokksus are?
Why, yes, of course, Joey, I can. Bokksu is a monthly snack box subscription service that delivers original assortments of premium Japanese snacks and tea pairings.
Bokksu makes such a perfect and memorable gift for anyone in your life who appreciates Japanese snacks and culture, especially during a time where people aren't able to travel as easy as they would like.
And something special for all the amazing Bokksu customers this holiday season. They will get free tickets to Japan, maybe.
Are you serious?
Maybe. Bokksu is having a giveaway where one lucky winner will win a free pair of tickets to Japan. And anyone who is subscribed before December 31st is automatically entered. Links in the description down below, so you can check out the terms and conditions and other methods of entry.
Gentlemen, do you like wood?
I do.
Because here's a wooden kiribako Bokksu just for you guys.
Oh my god!
Look at that. Look how aesthetic this is. From now until December 30th, you can receive your next Bokksu in a special kiribako wooden box for an additional $50.
So use our code TRASHTASTE10 and the link in the description below to become eligible to win the giveaway by subscribing to Bokksu. The code will get you 10% off your subscription. Don't miss out on this unique opportunity available for anyone who subscribes until December 31st. So what are you waiting for? Get yourself or a special loved one a kiribako Bokksu and check out the link for a chance to win a free trip to Japan.
Back to the episode.
Also, I just want to say, Garnt, that you said every beer, even no matter, or bread, where it, like you make it, it'll taste the same even if it has the same ingredients. Yeah. Actually, it's been proven that when bread rises, the air surrounding it, depending on the region, completely changes the taste. So shut the hell up!
Sydney, can we put this in the episode?
Sydney, you're meant to be on my side.
No.
Sydney.
Put it in, Mudan.
And then you put in, and then you
Justice has been served.
I can't believe I've been betrayed by this. Sydney, we're meant to be a fucking team.
Top 10 anime betrayals.
No, because then you're also saying, like, you guys saying, like, rice tastes the same. Like, what kind of fucking, like, honestly...
No, rice does taste the same.
Rice does taste the same.
It doesn't taste the same.
There's a complete difference between between Thai rice, Japanese rice?
No. But all Japanese rice tastes the same.
No, but all rice does not taste the same.
It does. All Japanese rice tastes the same.
Yeah, I'm backing up to
All Japanese rice tastes the same. You guys are fooling yourselves. It all tastes the same. It's all a marketing ploy. It's all a marketing ploy. Don't believe that shit when they tell you at the ryokan. They could be giving you fucking 100 yen like microwave packaged rice for all I care.
Yeah, but while we were waiting for the hot dog crust, I do have a story.
Go on.
That finishes the lasagna arc, the lasagna story arc. Well, it's not even like it's like a side story now.
Yeah.
So after our housewarming party, we got pretty merry, and there was one thing I had forgotten about Japan, because in my previous place I lived on like a high enough floor that I didn't need to worry about bugs or wildlife or that kind of thing, because nothing could ever reach the top floor of my apartment at the time. Oh. So I forgot that Japan has cockroaches, right?
They sure do, Garnt.
Most
countries do.
I had completely forgotten that Japan had cockroaches, right? And what we found out was during the party we didn't close one of like our windows fully. So the window was slightly ajar and we had left the food out because unlike in Thailand where we were taught to, clean up everything every day because cockroaches can come.
Yep.
Living in a house, we had forgotten that cockroaches can come because we are living on the bottom floor, where a lot of cockroaches are, unfortunately. Yeah. I mean, it's a pretty new house, so we didn't have we didn't have to worry about that before.
Yep.
And I didn't notice this, or I didn't know this, until me and Sydney were having dinner the next day. We'd cooked a nice meal. Sydney had cooked a nice meal, and we were enjoying this curry that she had cooked, and we were like chowing down. And then I look over, and in the corner of my eye, I see a black speck move about, right? And I move over, and I look over, and there's a fat fucking cockroach.
How fat are we talking?
It's about that size.
Okay, that's pretty. Okay. That's a decent size.
It's a decent sized cockroach.
Just moved in.
Yeah, I had just moved in, and I literally got PTSD. Because if you don't remember, I had a previous experience with a cockroach in Thailand.
The famous cockroach story.
Yeah, if you want to check that out, there's a clip where I tell the story. But I had a previous experience with Thailand with a cockroach, and it wasn't a pleasant experience at all.
Right.
And I remember seeing this cockroach, and Sydney was like chatting away to me, and she was like, Garnt, and I was just silent. I was just staring at this cockroach, and then she like starts getting angry. Garnt, listen to me. And she says that, and then she looks over, and then we're just both staring in silence. And then it's as if the cockroach knew that we were looking at it. Yeah. It was flexing because as soon as Sydney looks over, it just crawls away into the air conditioning in one of the holes, and it just disappears. And me and Sydney are just like, fuck. How do we burn this entire house down? We can't burn this entire house down. We just fucking moved into this place, right?
The cockroach literally did an understandable have a nice day to you and just scurried off.
And me and Sydney were just sitting here in silence. We were like war veterans, right? Because we were just like, we literally escaped.
Not this again.
Yeah, we literally escaped this country. We literally escaped Thailand, so we didn't have to experience this again. Yeah. And here we are, moved into our new place. We've been here for like a month, and we have a single cockroach in our house.
Right.
Fuck, what do we do? So we sit there for about an hour being like, well, do we move out again? Is that a viable option? Like what does the contract say, right? And then eventually I'm just like, I start going on Amazon and I buy like every cockroach related products I can find in terms of like cockroach traps, cockroach sprays, even though I've had previous experience with cockroach sprays. I start reading like,
some of the fuckers are built like brick shit houses there, and you could put the whole fucking.
If Terraformers has taught us anything, that shit don't work. Yeah, they are invincible.
Yeah, so like I started doing research about Japanese cockroaches, and if sprays actually work or if traps actually works, because my experience with cockroaches in Thailand is that sprays don't work at fucking all, and it can actually make the situation worse.
Yep.
And just like scream.
Yeah, they just scream.
They go berserk mode.
Yeah. And so I order everything and I just try to forget about the cockroach, but like that night, me and Sydney slept with like one eye open. Like we couldn't sleep that night because we were just like, how can we sleep knowing that there is a fucking cockroach downstairs? What happens if I go to the toilet and I see it, or I just hear it scuttling about? Like so
in the dark, right?
Yeah, so in the dark. So So we finally go to sleep, and then first thing in the morning, I go downstairs to go to my office because my office is on the bottom floor, and my living room, dining room is on the second floor. And I go downstairs, and what do I see? It's the fucker. It's right in the center of my living room.
It's got a lot of balls.
It has got a lot of balls, and
right on the kitchen.
And I fucking freeze up. I'm just like, fuck. How do I get rid of this cockroach? What do I do now? I don't have my spray. I don't know. I'm kind of scared that it's just gonna like run off. Maybe it's gonna fly and like hit me in the face again. And like maybe it's gonna be a similar experience to what happened in Thailand.
Yeah, I'm getting out the shoe.
Yeah.
I'm getting out. The shoe.
And I'm just like,
heaviest boot you got.
Yeah, I'm like looking around. What do? Do I try and kill it? Do I chase it away? What do I do? And then I like try and like ninja my way down, right? And as soon as I try to do that, it sees me, and then it starts running, right? It starts running, and then I look at it. And I realize, wait a minute, it's running so fucking slowly. Because my experience with Thailand cockroaches is that they're like fucking Sonic. They're like fucking speedy motherfuckers. This cockroach was running at full speed and it was just running like this. And I'm like, and then I corner it. So it runs the other way because I'm still afraid that it can fly. Yeah. And I chase it towards the stairs, right? And I assume that it's just going to get to the stairs and fly off. Yeah. It goes to the edge of the stairs, right? And this stupid motherfucker, right? It tries to go on the side of the stairs and it just drops, right? It just drops, right? And I'm just like, wait a minute. These fuckers can't fly. They can't fly and they're slow as fuck. And then suddenly I'm starting to feel myself. I'm like, all right. Maybe I got a chance here. Maybe I don't need the cockroach spray. I can get rid of this by myself. So eventually, the cockroach right now is on the bottom floor. So it's like it's not even flying. It didn't even like fly down. It just walked to the edge of the stairs, stumbled down, landed on its back, went down the stairs, and they kept going down the stairs. So I run down the stairs and I go into my office and I try to grab the closest thing I could find to like fucking slam this thing, right? Yeah. And so by the closest thing I could find in this rush happened to be a mouse pad, a booby mouse pad. Right?
What is that going to do?
Why?
You literally could have got anything else.
I think your fist would have been more like accurate.
Okay, because I didn't want to stain myself. Okay, so
but you're gonna stain the booby mouse pad?
Yeah. Okay,
Weebs are crying right now.
It was the fastest thing I could find in the rush.
Was this the fastest thing you could find?
Do you just have booby mouse pads like on your floor?
No, because I was looking for something like a shoe or something, but everything in my office, like I can't grab.
Isn't your office right next to where you keep your shoes?
So my shoes were like in the cupboard, right? So
what about the slam dunk shoes you're sleeping?
I am not going to use my fucking slam dunk. So like most of the things in my office are like figures, or most of the things I can see are like figures or like glass or like solid shit. So the only thing that was like I felt that was the closest thing.
Elasticity.
Yeah, elasticity. The closest thing I could like slam this thing without having to worry about it breaking happened to be the booby mouse pad, right?
What's wrong with you, Garnt? Why was that?
I wasn't thinking.
There's nothing else in your room.
Wait, is this the domestic girlfriend one that you got?
Yeah.
Oh no.
So this is me.
A fucking signed piece of memorabilia.
It wasn't signed. It wasn't signed. I have my signed piece of memorabilia.
It was the worst girl.
Yeah. So this was just like I explained this like I thought about this consciously. No, I just ran in my room, just like grabbed this mouse pad. That was the closest thing, and just ran back out. And by instinct, or maybe not by instinct, so I grabbed like the booby side of things, right?
No.
I grabbed the tit side of things, right? But like this mouse pad is like you felt like a booby mouse pad. It's flimsy, but it still has like some weight to it, right? Yeah. So it's not exactly like I'm hitting it with paper. It has like a little bit of weight, but it's like slapping someone like that.
I failed to see how you picked this up. You're like, yes, this is the weapon of my choice. Garnt's in like the fucking Gladiator Stadium. Like, Garnt, you may choose a weapon of your choice.
Picks up a rock.
Picks up the booby mouse pad. I'm ready.
Look, I had picked it up. I had committed to it because I was scared that I would run back out and the cockroach would be gone. Right. But thankfully I ran back out. It was still there. I'm like, great. I fucking wham it once. Yeah. Okay. Well, full strength. Slap it. Doesn't do anything.
Yeah. You hit it with like an air cannon.
Yeah. So I'm just like, wham it once, didn't work. Wham it twice, didn't work. So I'm just like fucking
Like a fucking Quentin Tarantino scene.
Honestly, it was like, it was like a scene from a gangster movie or something. It said like, I don't have a hammer. I'm not bashing someone's head in. I'm bashing this fucking cockroach in with a booby mouse pad. And like this thing, okay. So I hit it. It like falls over, runs back again, flips over, runs back again.
What a fucking unit.
But like after about 5 slams, it starts slowing down. This thing was like fucking boss battle. And it had like a fucking health bar. Right? But like I could see his health bar like whittling down, right? Cindy's like, Garnt, what's going on? Garnt, I don't say anything. I need to concentrate on killing.
Silence when I'm in battle.
All I hear is the boss battle music.
All I hear is the fucking Dark Souls boss battle music. I go for it for another like 3 times. Yeah. It's like crawling now, but I still can't do the finishing, like I still can't deal the finishing blow. So I'm just like, finally, after it starts crawling, I start using my head. I'm like, wait a minute, this isn't the heavy side.
I thought you meant like literally like. What's harder than a movie mouse pad?
I was like, wait a minute, this isn't the heavy side. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to do the finishing move. I turn the mouse pad over. So it's booby side up. This is where all the weight is, right? I go for one more. Fucking wham. Direct hit. 1 hit kill. It is dead, right? It is.
He literally went from like he went from dual blade to a broadsword.
I can't believe you're framing this story like some kind of victory. This sounds like the most pathetic thing I've ever heard, Garnt.
Because when I saw it belly up, right, I literally was like panting, right?
That's the soft spot.
Yeah. I was like. Sydney runs down, right? She's like panicking because she thought I just fell down the fucking stairs or something. Because all she heard was like wham, wham, and me just like heavy breathing. And all Sydney witnesses is just me standing over the dead corpse of this cockroach with like a booby mouse pad in hand. And I'm just like, in my mind, I was like, do you see what you get? Do you see what you get if you mess with the Moria? So like that's how I felt. I never felt so much adrenaline in my life.
Yes!
I just want to know, why was the cockroach like so? I don't think I've ever heard of a cockroach be that.
I've seen.
Maybe it ate too much lasagna.
There are some slow cockroaches.
It ate the lasagna probably.
Maybe, yeah.
I was like, oh fuck, I'm so full. All right, I'm just gonna
I'm
stumble down.
my time. Have a nice walk.
Yeah.
Home. Well, I mean, you probably have more.
Huh?
It means you probably have more.
No, I mean, we already saw one, and we've only seen.
Saw one.
You only saw one, but you know these sneaky motherfuckers. They probably created a colony.
Well, we've got a load of traps out just in case, and
I've been dealing with a pest of my own.
What?
That sounds like I was going to say like Garnt or something. Well, true, man. Fucking pigeons keep shitting on my balcony.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And because I put like the grass down, they keep shitting on the grass. And it's just how hard it is to clean fake grass.
That's so weird because like you've seen my balcony,
right?
Like,
I was going to ask, how do you not get pigeons shitting on your balcony?
Never.
They come here, they chill there. I'll clean it all up, right? It'll take like 30 minutes to clean all this shit up. There's so much crap.
The only place actually that I get pigeons is the window in my office, which is like on the edge of the building.
I think because there's like my balcony is like inward, so it's like there's no like wind or anything.
Right.
So I think it's like nice and cozy for them because they always go for like the corner top, like they nestle in a corner.
Yeah.
And they shit on this thing relentlessly. I'll literally clean it and I'll come back the next day and there'll be like 15 poops. And it's annoying because it's like solidified.
You need to have something to like anti-pigeon.
So now I've started I've gone through like every method in the book. I've got like reflective shit all over my balcony now.
Right.
It's just
You're hanging up
everywhere.
CDs.
Like, stuff that reflects in it. So far,
it's working?
no poop.
Oh, that's good.
So I'm hoping that I don't get any more poop.
God, just remembering that story is just getting me aggy, man. So
I didn't realize how relentless these pigeons could be.
Right.
And they're so noisy too.
Yeah,
I'll
they
be
are.
sleeping. I'll get like PTSD. I'll hear the and I'm like, fucking, get out of here, you damn kids! Like,
pulls out the shotgun. Off my lawn!
I get Garnt's M16 from the figure episode. I'm like, who wants some freedom? Yeah, but I didn't use the M16 on the cockroaches.
the M16's here.
Oh, you should take it home, shouldn't you?
If we ever get a cockroach, we're all
Garnt
good.
just wakes up, cigarette.
Pull out the big guns.
He gets a cigarette in his mouth.
Yeah.
M16 resting on his shoulder.
So I dare you. I dare you to
Take
come
another
in.
bite of lasagna, cockroach. I dare you.
No, because after we killed it, or after I killed it, you know,
we.
this
is not a we thing.
No,
Don't
it's not a
include
we
me.
thing.
Victory.
After I killed it, you know, after I successfully like slayed this fucking demon, then like
Just fun. You hear like
Yeah.
fucking Lisa playing in the background while God's like da, 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 da,
yeah.
Bonfire lit.
So after I slay this demon, we get this what is it? We get the brush out, we sweep it away, right?
Yeah.
So I take it outside, lay it out. Turns out the boss had like a second phase. It fucking gets up again, right?
The undead phase.
The old classic play dead. The old classic.
It's so weird because like when we were sweeping it in, no movement, fucking dead. As soon as it goes outside,
That's a pro right there.
Yeah.
As soon as it goes outside, turns over, starts scuttling away. So I had to like fucking hit it again.
With what?
Huh? With the broom. Well, with the broom, right?
But if it's outside, then just leave it, right?
You know, it's about sending
principle.
a message.
You need to send a message
What
inside.
if the kids are watching outside?
Yeah.
Oh,
Essentially,
true.
right.
Yeah. But then eventually I'm just like, fuck it, you know? I'm gonna let this one go. I'll be like, tell your friends what happens if you enter this house, you know?
Come again. I dare you. Come again.
And that was how Garnt became a local hero.
Yeah, exactly. All right, the hot dog pizza has arrived.
Do you know how much it was? Do you have receipts?
About 2,200.
Fuck.
$22 for
Oh
a
my
pizza
God.
this size. Hey,
Look at
it's
this.
Christmas, though.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
it's 50 off though. This was $20.
Thanks, Japan.
Thank you.
Fucking what a joke. Look at that.
Oh my God. It's like actual like sausages.
Yeah, bro. Dig in.
All right.
Dig in, Garnt.
What kind of pizza is it?
Just a normal margarita. No, it looks like pepperoni. Yeah, give me a slice. There we go.
You're not gonna tell me that this is better than stone baked.
Oh, there. This is,
sorry.
bro. Look
Well,
at that.
okay. To be fair,
Oh, look
I'm
how moist that
not.
cardboard
I'm not a
is.
massive fan of Pizza Hut pizza in Japan.
No, the Pizza Hut. It's not, this. Okay, this one in Japan is weak, bro.
Yeah, not great, but I am curious to see how this sausage is going to fare.
That's pretty good actually.
Yeah.
I mean, pizza is pizza, so it's gonna taste good no matter what.
I just love that thick, cheesy taste. You know.
Well, that's thick bread.
I was just eating.
Audio only listeners, I apologize.
What point were we trying to prove again?
The hot dog. I mean, when you get to it, try it,
Okay.
and then like wrap it up a little bit, get some sauce.
Can I
on
just
it.
eat it first?
No.
I feel like it's gonna taste less good than
Okay.
the pizza side.
I got a bit of sauce left. Some cheese on it.
It's
Such
just
a
hot-
weird podcast.
It's a hot dog.
I love it.
Okay, I fuck with this.
Right? Isn't it good?
It's weirdly good.
Right?
I mean, I've had this before,
It shouldn't be this good.
Like I normally get dip as well.
Oh,
but
the
is
hot
this
dog and
is
dip,
this
bro.
better than stuffed crust?
Yeah, I think so.
I think it's better than stuffed crust.
They're so good. I love that.
I don't like the cheese they use in stuffed crust.
Really?
Yeah, it's too like thick,
Yeah, it's way too
and it's
thick.
like it tastes like very similar. So you just get like a lot of cheese, like way too much.
Oh.
No, yeah, you have to have like the fresh
so
stuffed
good.
crust because when
We
it
will
starts
finish this later.
when it starts
Steph, please try. Give us your
Staff,
verdict on the hot dog.
Give it a go.
Give us a go.
Sausage. We need a second opinion on this show.
when it starts to harden a bit,
so
that's
good.
that's when stuffed crust.
I don't like starts. Why is it like outside?
Well, normally sometimes it's inside, but I like it. I think it's good.
Let me try this.
Yeah. I want Sydney's verdict as an American.
Yeah, Sydney. What's your verdict as an American, Sydney?
Let's try it. So do I eat the?
Well, just eat it. I mean,
just eat it how you normally would, and then when you get to the crust, just like leave a little bit of the pizza,
Yeah.
and then just go from the side.
Garnt just like left his pizza. Can you believe
Oh,
it?
we did later.
Fuck it.
I'll finish it later.
Who just leaves a pizza for
Not
later?
my American.
I'm not that hungry. I'll be
Not in
honest.
my American.
I'm not American, but goddamn, sometimes I wish I was. Like, maybe that's why I'm so angry about them all the time, because I just want to be an American. Maybe I wish I was.
He's angry at something he can't be.
I wish I could be American.
Honest opinion? Well, it's an option. I mean, it's fine.
With dip, it's way better. Like,
Maybe okay.
with
Fine.
dip, when you get some dip on it, man, it
Oh yeah.
This is an option.
That's
If,
like-
if
actually
you
hard.
put some like if you put some ranch on that shit,
Oh my
like,
god, bro, it's different.
Oh,
It's garlic and
It's
herb
not
dip or
stone baked.
something.
It's not stone baked.
you can't
I like
put
it.
you can't put ranch on stone baked.
No.
What do you think?
You
What do you
shouldn't put ranch on stone baked, Joey.
Sydney, what's the verdict?
I wouldn't dare.
If I was drunk, this would be like heaven.
Yeah, right, right.
But normally, no. I'd rather cheese in the crust.
Okay.
Yeah, I would prefer cheese in the crust as well.
It's like you get a pizza, and then at the end you're like, oh shit,
You get like a little
got a
meal
little
at the
hot
end.
dog.
Yeah.
Alright, okay. I like it.
Like, little
I'd never go to a restaurant and look a waiter in the eye and be like, can I have the option with the hot dog in the crust? But if I can call up a pizza place and tell them, hey, can you send it with the for some reason
I think I've figured out your taste, which is you need some like variety in it. You can't just have like, even if something tastes amazing, you can't just have that same thing.
No, I mean I can eat bread like straight up. Just so
except for bread, apparently.
Yeah, it's like two ends of the spectrum. It's either no variety or too much variety.
This is where half and half is amazing as well. Like I love half and half. Like, who doesn't want half and half? Like,
I don't want half and half.
I don't like half and half.
I don't like half and half.
Why would you not want like two different flavors?
Because
I don't
because why not just order the superior flavor?
Yeah.
And just
stick on maybe two flavors are amazing, and I want to experience both.
No, one flavor is always the best, so I order that flavor.
Yeah.
And that's all I need.
I feel like this is a weird taste.
I agree.
Because if you have half and half,
never get half and half.
Never.
Very rarely.
Never by choice. It's always at a party, right?
Yeah.
Because you need variety at a party, right?
Yeah, but like I often find that halfway through a pizza, especially a heavy one, I kind of need something else to kind of mix it up so that I'm not tasting just the same.
But
That's what dip is for, right?
Yeah, well, dip. I mean, I love dip too.
Yeah.
When I have pizza, I want like every dip on the table laid out, and I'm like, dunk.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, for me, if I have the same thing, but it's an amazing same thing, then I can just eat that endlessly until
That's
I'm
true,
full.
but because pizza is like that style of pizza we just had is quite heavy. Like getting 4 or 5 slices of that in, you're like, all right, I need to change.
You know what's not?
Stone baked.
Stone baked.
Yeah, which is why. Yeah, but I'm not saying that stone baked is like better.
It's like God was waiting for that.
Yeah, but
It's like, now is the time to strike!
that's because, right? If you fold up a stone baked pizza into one little ball, it's like one slice of a normal American pizza in depth.
Hey, yo, what?
Do you fold up your pizza into a ball? Yo, can we do that? Can we roll up a stone baked pizza into a bowl and just like take a bite out of it?
Just like kind of wrap it around.
Yeah,
like this,
yeah.
and just like turn it into like a dim sum.
Yeah, like a dim sum.
Yeah, just like wrap it around. I think
I'm just speechless.
I think
now,
I actually got the Italian mafia on me for saying that.
You just lost any right to go to Italy.
Yeah, I can't go back to
I think
Italy
we've
anymore.
all lost some sort of right to some sort of. I mean, yes, you have. Man.
Yeah.
Yes, you have.
Yeah, you have, definitely.
I'm pretty sure you just declared war against Italy.
No, I'm willing to give credit where credit's due to Italy. You know,
Credit where credit is due to Italy.
like
they were the ones that kind of came in and was like, you guys have it good.
Italy's
but,
all right, right?
yeah.
I mean, we're British men. So. All right, hear me out, right? hear me out.
The Italians have got something.
Coffee, they're doing that right.
Yeah. They got something right, you know.
Pasta, all right, they got that on lockdown. No one can even pretend to have like any claim over.
But like,
pasta.
for example, right, like American pasta is like a little bit different to like the standard Italian pasta, right?
Italian pasta is like fucking drenched in. American is like fucking heavy.
It's
got
like
so much
oily.
sauce, like
Yeah.
it's a lot of oil. Yeah, okay, I don't fuck with that. That's just too much.
Yeah. It has a time and place.
Yeah.
Like a Maggiano's is like every now and then I'll go there if I want to feel like I want to destroy my stomach.
Yeah, like I understand how Olive Garden can do like bottomless of stuff. They do bottomless bread, don't they? They don't do
it's
pasta.
bottomless breadsticks. Yeah,
that's true. Actually.
Which is like the breadsticks aren't even that good.
Yeah.
It's like I don't want bottomless of something that's mid.
Would you have an entire meal of breadsticks?
It depends how good the breadsticks
if the
are.
breadsticks are good.
Yeah, like we're talking
Not Olive Garden breadsticks though.
No,
That's just like bread flavored cardboard. Sorry, Olive Garden, but actually,
I'm just wondering.
Remember we ordered it was Napoleon style pizza from around not too far away. There's a few chains of them around in Tokyo, and it was awful.
Oh,
we ordered it. It was really shit.
It wasn't that great.
It was so bad.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's Japan, right?
And
Like,
I don't even know
that
that was going for like stone baked, but not stone baked. That was a really weird hybrid. Remember that?
It was like it
ordered
looked
it?
like
Yeah.
it looked like a stone baked, but it didn't taste like it was actually stone baked. You know,
Yeah.
it's like it looks stone baked, but here's an oven.
A lot of pizzas I find don't have a very discernible cheesy taste, and I want to be able to taste the cheese.
Right.
Yeah,
Do you
same
find
here.
that like a lot of pizzas either because that's also when you put too much topping on the pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you can't taste anything because you just taste like meat.
It's
You're
just
like this is too
yeah,
much.
yeah.
I need to taste all the flavors in unison.
Yeah.
So like
synergy.
there needs to be like a right ratio of like crust,
Yeah.
sauce, and cheese and toppings as well.
Yeah.
right?
True.
Otherwise, there are some pizzas I see where like it's basically just cheesy bread, and I know that's a type of pizza.
Yeah, you can
but
get a pizza that's just cheese, right? Or and you can also get margarita
And cheese pizza.
Yeah, which is just sauce and no cheese.
Yeah. I don't understand that.
I don't fuck with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't fuck with that.
I don't get that.
I guess that's if you're like, I want to have a pizza, but I don't want to feel too bad about it.
It's like the people who get a pizza and then just scrape the toppings off, right?
That hurts. That actually
I'm like,
hurts.
what happened to you in your childhood?
Yeah, just
You
like
had to
just
do
get a
that.
pasta.
Sydney does that.
Oh
And
my God.
I die a bit inside every time I see
Just
her
like
do
dunk
that.
your bread in some pasta sauce. Like just bring like a just bring like a fucking pasta, like one of those sauce pots with you. Like why ruin some pizza? Like don't do that. This is not how I intended the new year to start. By the way, I did not think I'd be.
No, I intended it to start this. It's not trash taste without an argument about food.
Like I don't know who had the most clown opinion this episode.
You.
No,
90% of bread tastes the same.
All rice tastes the same.
Bro, come on.
Italian pizza is
American
worse than
pizza.
American pizza.
Everyone was a clown today, ladies
Listen,
and gentlemen.
we don't-
Everyone was a clown.
I'm glad we called this trash taste. It shields us from a lot of criticism.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Let's just say that
Yeah.
much because we say some fucking.
You can say all you want, guys, but we're trash taste. What did you expect?
I like how we made the name in preparation of us having like shitty anime takes, and like none of us intended
Because-
to ever talk about food
Here's what I hate
at all.
about online, right? Everyone is so scared to give their like genuine opinions on stuff.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking like not just like politics and all that
Yeah.
shit. Whatever. I don't give a fuck about that.
Like unimportant stuff.
Tell me
right?
your weird food taste that you have that is really, honestly, it's quite bizarre, but you die by it. Right?
Like it's
everyone has these things.
Yeah, everyone has a weird
scared
food
to tell
taste
them.
because they were brought up in a certain way, or they're not so familiar with a certain type of cuisine, or sometimes taste buds don't always make sense. You can't have there's no such thing as objective taste buds.
One of my favorite dishes as a child. This is the most British thing I'm about to say.
Okay.
My mum would just make mashed potatoes and spam. Just mashed potato in the spam and then just mash it all up and just give it to me. That's it. Like the whole plate is just there.
To be fair, it does sound like
Honestly,
it could be good,
dude,
but
it's really fucking
I don't
good.
think I could eat that like repeatedly.
I can.
Well, yeah, of course you can.
It sounds like something where if you didn't eat it as a kid, but you wouldn't like.
Maybe we should
You couldn't
try
eat
it.
that. At
Well,
all.
it's like me with natto, right? The only reason I like it is because I had it since I was a baby.
Can you convince kids to like any food?
Yeah.
I believe you can.
How do they convince you to like natto, but they can't convince kids to like broccoli and stuff?
Because the people who don't like broccoli are babies.
they are actually babies.
Actually,
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
they're
actually
actually
babies.
They're actually. But how can babies like natto?
I don't know. I like
Is
it.
it maybe? Honey, you know what it is? Big brain.
What?
Kids love slime. Kids fucking love slime. Think about it. Think about it.
Yeah.
Every single
Baby
YouTube
food-
channel for kids is slime.
I mean,
It's
yeah.
all slime. It's a conspiracy. Bro, I'm getting the fucking Red Bull. Bro, that's why kids in Japan, that's why they love natto,
Slime,
because
yeah.
it's slime.
I mean, baby food.
I don't know. It's
natto
also-
is baby food with beans in it.
It's slime.
Look, but like you,
It was always the slime. It was
always the
right in
slime.
front of us this whole time.
Right under our nose.
but like maybe broccoli or what were we talking about? Broccoli.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe broccoli just doesn't taste good as like the main part of
Well,
the
no,
dish.
in the case with broccoli, isn't it the
unfortunately.
fact that like because kids' taste buds are more receptive to like bitter flavors as an adult, and then as you get
Do you
older,
like broccoli?
Yeah, I love broccoli.
Do you like broccoli?
Yeah, I love broccoli.
I love broccoli. You give me like a plate of broccoli and I put some mayo on that shit and I can just eat it.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Wait, you didn't have broccoli with mayo?
What?
That's a very Japanese thing.
What?
I didn't say it to be like controversial. I thought this was like normal.
You just said that like it was like, bro, I just grab the poop out of the toilet and just grab it and I just eat it.
Wait, what? No, it's good. Try it. Get some.
I'm down to try this.
Get some like steamed broccoli, right? Get some Kewpie mayonnaise and then dip it.
Wait.
It's very common in Japan.
Okay, here's why I recoiled for a moment there.
Yeah.
I had an image of you with a bowl of broccoli and just pouring a bunch of mayo. But I've ordered from that chicken and broccoli place that's all over Japan.
Yeah. Mhm.
It literally gives you, it's awful. It's so bad. It's like non-seasoned boiled chicken
Right.
with boiled broccoli.
Yeah.
And it's all prepared, so they just heat it up and send it to you.
Yeah,
and they charge you like $30.
Yeah.
But one of the dips they give you is low-calorie mayonnaise. And I
Yeah.
got to tell you, it goes hard.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, it actually
it's
does go
actually
hard.
good. Like
I just realized I love
Yeah,
it.
it's
You know what?
amazing.
Actually, friendship again.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
That's
Thank
good.
you.
I'm sorry I
World
reacted.
peace
Exactly.
attained
Yeah.
once again.
I think Garnt's the weird one.
Yeah, he definitely.
Have you had it?
Huh?
We should have it.
Well, no, he does like condiments.
I will say that.
You like mayo,
okay,
though?
okay, I will.
It's
no,
like how you
okay,
should take
okay,
his
okay.
opinion seriously.
Okay, no, I fucking hate mayo normally, but living in Japan,
Kewpie mayo, right?
like fucking Kewpie mayo fucking is amazing.
Yeah,
and
okay.
like it's because I've just had shitty mayo my entire life.
What do you put it on? What do you eat mayo with?
So whenever it's in a sandwich, right?
Yeah. Okay. Next time you
I
ever
feel, like
have
I'm asking,
steamed,
I feel like I'm asking Mark Zuckerberg. What is being happy? Like, in a sandwich.
initiate happy process. No. Okay.
Barbecue
Next time
rice.
you have chicken and broccoli, just get some Kewpie mayo and just like don't even have to drench that shit. Just like a little bit is enough because the mayo is already powerful, right? Of a flavor. Just a little bit.
Wait. When we
Amazing.
get fried chicken, do you not like it with mayo?
No, because I like the taste of fried chicken.
But
I
mayo
like.
is really good at like kind of combating the oiliness of it and the heaviness of it.
Yeah.
Somehow.
That's why a
Like
lot
adding,
of
like another oily heavy liquid.
Yeah,
It
go
somehow
figure.
kind of mitigates it.
yeah. That's why like with karaage, for example, you always dip it in mayo, right? And it's
I
fucking
love
tastes
it.
I
amazing.
don't because I like the taste of fried chicken. So
But
I'm
with
just
the
like-
mayo, it's fucking
This guy knows.
amazing.
I don't know. There are some things where I said I just like if it's seasoned correctly, then I enjoy that, right? Because then I enjoy the taste of the seasoning rather than the taste of the condiment.
But you can't expect
But
like,
it's like I'll have some of the chicken on its own. And
Yeah.
then I'll also have some of it with the mayo.
yeah, just to
It's again,
try
it's
it
like
out,
mixing
right?
it up,
Like,
cleaning the palate,
yeah.
getting the palate.
Like I've said, if something tastes fucking good, I can eat that thing infinitely.
That's like
until I
what
get
children
full.
do. Yeah. Children, like a dog, right?
Yeah.
Like a dog. A dog
Yeah.
can. You give a dog.
I used to eat like spaghetti bolognese like
Yeah, every
5
day.
days
Yeah,
a
when
week.
I was in
yeah,
university,
when I-
yeah.
I'm sorry, my taste buds actually work on her. So
No,
you know,
no. I would argue they don't work because you are able to eat the same thing over and over again.
if it's good, not if it's bad. If something tastes good,
I
then
have
saying
a
you
pl- I
can't
have
eat
plenty
it
of food
over and
that I
over
cannot
again.
eat every day. Like I can't just go back to it. Like
So, like, why do you think it's so easy for me to eat? Like, I can easily eat the same meal every day. Right now, I'm like eating a salad every day, and it's
that's fine.
It's fucking easy because salad tastes great. And
Well, salad is like inoffensive. It's like saying, oh, I can have water every day.
I do have water every day.
Yeah, but
I
that's the
I
same
do that.
thing.
I have water.
I
every day.
have water
Oh my
every
God.
day.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not really on board with that argument. I'm gonna distance myself from that argument.
It's a fucking salad. You can't expect like the most like grandiose like combination of flavors unless you like drench that shit in dressing.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
Other than that, it's just like standard vegetables.
I can eat. The thing is, I can eat like some foods. Okay, I found this salad place and I really liked it, and I ordered it like maybe 10 days in a row.
Okay.
I want to say I ate the salad, and then now for some reason when I try and eat it, I know it's really good, but I just don't like it anymore. Why is that?
because you got bored of it.
Yeah.
But isn't that sad?
Well, that's why you don't eat the same thing every fucking day.
It's so damn good.
If it's something that I fucking love, I purposely try not to eat it often.
But the reason I think the reason
Could be
why I
me.
went
Because there's nothing
Could be me.
there's nothing that terrifies me more than one day sitting in front of my favorite meal, having a bite and going, fuck, it doesn't taste as good as it used to.
The reason why, right? Here's why. Okay. If it was a pizza, I wouldn't do it every day. You know why? Pizza's bad for you.
Well,
Yeah, exactly.
Salad's good for you. So I was like, don't mind if I do. Round 8, okay. And then, I got bored of it. And now I regret it because now I have a harder time finding healthier food that I like eating. So I really fucked myself over.
Yeah,
with
that's
that.
like that's the real problem when you can't have a salad anymore.
Well, that one type of salad.
That one type of salad, yeah.
Because like my biggest issue is that I have to force myself to have a balanced diet because I can easily eat the same thing every day if I really really enjoy it.
Yeah.
Lasagna.
I could
Lasagna.
fuck. I
World
could
famous
fucking
lasagna.
Okay, legit. No, not okay. I could eat lasagna every day. all right.
Yeah. I could
Yeah,
eat
yeah.
lasagna
I could
every
fucking eat lasagna every day.
Garfield
Then I turn into
Garfield had it
Garfield,
right.
right?
I'm not going to say it's healthy or balanced, but I can do it and I'm going to enjoy
Italians
it.
like, of course it's healthy.
Of course. If mom made it, of course it's healthy.
Well, Papa John's eats a pizza every day.
He's still alive somehow. He's just the world's most greasiest human being, that's all.
Fucking hell. Oh, what a fucking awful episode.
Oh my god.
This has actually been probably the worst episode of Trash Taste in terms of takes.
I hope you
combined.
guys are ready for 2022 because it might honestly just get worse from here.
Bro, I feel like I've got concrete in my stomach. I don't know what it was from that I've eaten today, but
It's probably the fucking pizza, right?
No, it couldn't have been that. That was the best thing I've eaten
That was the
today.
heaviest slice of pizza I've had in a
That
while.
was amazing.
It was
I
good
should
though.
order another one.
Yeah.
Can't believe it, but that's the problem in Japan, right? It tastes good, but you got to pay $22 for that tiny ass
Yeah,
joke.
that's true.
I know. It
It's
sucks.
so offensive.
It's
While
the
Little
biggest-
Caesars out here
I
making
mean, it
moves.
might honestly be a blessing because if it cost the same as an American pizza, I'd be like 500 pounds.
It's the biggest deterrent in terms. You know what we should do actually. We should make
Trash taste pizza.
we should make a make a food 3x3 one of these days, and pick the 9 dishes that we're gonna defend the 9 dishes, and
Alright, let's do
that's
it.
going to
Let's
be
do
like
it.
the most toxic episode.
4-hour trash taste episode.
That's going to
has
be like
been
the
reached.
most toxic episode of Trash Taste that's ever been made.
People skip through that episode and
One,
realize
yeah.
two of them are
You know
gone.
the-
We,
you know that-
we picked the 9 dishes that we couldn't live without.
You know what format is really fucking horrible and
What?
but just leads to people tearing their throats out? They're like where you put stuff in like a tournament bracket that shouldn't be in a tournament bracket.
Oh,
like when they put
yeah.
like video games in a tournament bracket, like the best one goes through, and it was like what was voted the best game? It was like GTA.
It's like God of War, right?
God of War was voted as the best game of all time.
The best game
What?
of all time.
Yeah, by like IGN's bracket or something. We should do that.
Oh,
with
I mean,
food.
it's fucking IGN.
We should do a
that's
food
why.
bracket.
How long would that
A
take?
food tournament arc?
Yeah,
No, okay,
Where
okay.
We come down,
Okay.
and we have to agree what is the best food.
Okay. No, I got it. I got it.
Luckily, we're 3, so we'll
Okay.
come.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I've got it. We're gonna make the food 3x3. We're gonna present our favorite foods, and then we are going to have the bracket for the viewers to vote for, and then we're gonna present the winner. Or we're going to present the tournament results on a live stream or something,
That's
and
perfect.
we're gonna tear each other's throat out.
We'd have to put more food there then, because it'd be like
Yeah, that's true.
But
Oh,
we'll
yeah,
figure
yeah.
it out. Okay?
We'll figure it out.
Sure.
But look forward to that, I guess. In the
Yeah.
meantime,
Oh my
here are
God.
the patrons. Look at them all. They love you.
Beautiful patrons.
If they're still here,
I wouldn't be surprised if everyone was like, yo, this ain't worth $5.
Shout out to the Italians who clocked out an hour and a half ago.
I just want to imagine what it's like being an audience member
No.
in this episode to be like,
No.
yeah, he's saying something that makes sense. Oh no,
I love it when we
wait.
have like people who are like food scientists watching the
Oh,
videos.
yeah.
Who are like, actually, and I'm like, listen,
Like
I don't
having
give I don't give a fuck. Taste buds go bruh. You know what I mean? Like I ate it.
I mean, they're
Apparently
all probably.
they do for you.
They do,
I mean, they're all
yeah.
having an aneurysm in front of their screens right
I
now.
do
I'm
apologize
sure.
for any food experts out there.
Yeah.
I might not be right, but I'm anecdotally correct. So that's all that matters.
Yeah.
And that's why we are in a political situation that no one agrees.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you know, at least I may have some clown takes, but at least I'm friends with some fellow clowns, especially this
Exactly.
episode.
This is
so,
the circus.
Thank God.
We're all.
This is not trash taste. This is the circus now.
This is the circus. This is the circus. But hey, if you'd like to join the circus, then make sure to go to our Patreon, patreon.com/trash.
says a lot about society.
Says a lot about the circus, doesn't it? Also follow us on Twitter, send us your memes on the subreddit, and if you hate FS, listen to us on Spotify.
I think this is the first time we've literally had every one of our cast members speak out against something we've once
Yeah.
individually said.
Before we wrap this up,
Yeah.
where the fuck is Grindelwald? Where's Grindelwald?
What?
Oh,
Why isn't he on the shelves, bro?
I don't know.
The best figure from the whole
okay.
purchasing?
He's in the corner
I did-
somewhere.
I did-
Bring him out. Bring him out. Give him here. Give him right here. Come on. Let's get him on the table. There we go. Leave him right there.
Oh
my God.
All right. There we go.
Good old.
I thought you were talking about the Majora's Mask there.
No.
I was like, wait, does
Does it have another name?
is his name
right.
Grindelwald?
Joey, tell him to fuck off.
All right. Fuck off. Bye.
Bye.